So, everything, fortunately, has been straightforward enough down here at the basement of Moonstone Hall, with the possible noteworthy exception, of course, of it's not really the interference, just the appearance of a specter by the name of Zool. Claiming to be one of the initial architects of Moonstone Hall itself, he has appeared here several times before us. Both all but commanding us to deal with the trogs spread throughout the halls, but also letting on that he knows some things, to be sure. Some things of interest at the very least to Arabus, if perhaps not directly to anyone else. And as we left off, over here, with the door, regardless of what I'm pretty sure was 25 minutes of attempts to get the door open, still closed. And 3 of you now, a little drained from your experiences. Barkbeard, Ara, and Selwyn. All now packing the hot, drained one from their encounter with the ghosts. Although that encounter, ghostly wailing aside, never had the jostling armor and the clashing of metal that most of your battles usually do, the room has once again fallen largely silent before a door opens up on the southern end of this chamber, a door you hadn't been through yet before. And behind it, you see Zerg Batsky. Probably at least relatively bloody, with a pair of what look like very severely beaten to death red caps strewn across the hallway behind him.
Ah, Zerg. Nice to see you again.
Hello. Hold on a second. It's very hard walking around this place. It's very big. And also,
It is, in fact.
the killing is very tiring.
Where did you sleep last night?
You sleep? No. No sleep. Only kills.
I have a question for you, sir.
Yes?
How did you find your way around the dark?
Zerg would probably... Oh, unless you got an explanation. I was assuming... I have light on your token. I was assuming you were carrying a torch.
Well,
But,
Zerg's got like half light, doesn't he? Whatever you
Yeah,
call
but
it.
it's full dark. You can see in
Oh.
low light. You can't see complete darkness.
Oh.
I assumed as you opened the door you had a torch in your hand, unless you had a better idea.
It's my innate sense of smells. I know how to get around. I'm just fucking with you as a torch.
Oh, right, yeah. No, I see it now.
So Zerg, as you look into the room with your party here, you would see a chamber completely awash with blood and gore. 2 bathtubs on the side of the room, seemingly filled with the butchered chunks and viscera of countless victims, floating in what's left of their own fluid, smeared all around the floors around it.
Looks like a party in here, huh?
Oh yeah, it was great. I said there was gonna be a ghost, and there were ghosts. It was awesome.
Ghosts! He's not
There's no
real.
ghosts.
You're
There's no
messing
more
with
ghosts.
Zerg. I've been gone for one day. You think I forget how clever you are with the tricky tricks.
Wait,
Mess
what?
with Zerg. There's no ghosts.
He doesn't believe in ghosts.
I mean, it's true. There's no ghosts now.
Oh, he's like, what is this old play we used to watch with the talking puppy? Scubas Dubas. The ghosts were never real. They were always men in masks.
These weren't men in masks. They're very transparent, very go through.
Yeah. And when they touch you, you go paler.
So,
Hey, look, I saw one.
Taylor, keep them away from me. I love my green skin. Very
Selwyn,
proud color.
here a hero point to Zendern, was gonna give it to Mono, but he definitely has enough. Also, I'll be getting a job soon, so here's to that. Nice saying, Fox 10. Thank you, appreciate it. Putting you up to 3,
Congrats, buddy.
Selwyn.
Hey, sweet. Now, I'll like walk past him, just like look around.
And so you would see two more of these red caps. Their sights strewn about the hallway. Their faces pretty clearly beaten in as they just lay bloodied on the floor in different corners of this intersection.
Gray, can you cast light? I forget.
Yes, I can do that.
Can you cast my Barkbeard and I'll swap his to me?
You want to glow, Mr. Beard?
Is he not
He's already
Yes, well,
gone.
I am currently, but I would always like ours.
I cast
you know.
light on myself.
Alright, your lights are gigantic now. With
It's
turbo
very
light.
big.
The power of turbo light compels you.
And I'll walk down here and have a look.
As you come down to the intersection, you can see once again to your right, to the west here, that same well-appointed, carpeted, wood-paneled chamber that you'd seen from the entryway when Zool had first accosted you. Now, there are several closed doors in other directions around you can see, as well as more hallway intersections to the east, to your left. But it seems you've come rotating almost all the way around where you first entered.
Right. Okay. I just wanted to see. Gray, mind using your fantastic hands on us? Given I'm hurting, and I think he lost a few branches.
Well, some are newer than others, and it's this one just is gone completely. I just don't know what even happened to that one. They were only ghosts.
Do you need looked at too, Mr. Batsky, or is that just all their blood?
Yes, no, I'm fairly certain that none of this is mine because, yeah, there has been a lot of. There's a lot less drugs in the world now, if you know what I'm saying. Hey, look at this thing I got, eh? The only time I bleed, this entire time I've been gone. Hey, look at this. And so he's gonna lift up, like, oh no, he's not wearing any, he's just wearing a leotard. Never mind.
Yeah, he's kind of got a leotard, he's got sleeves.
He's got like notched self-made tattoos in his arm, below his lizard tattoo, each one denoting a trog death, and there's a lot. There's a lot. You only know what it is now that he's told you, because before it is just black lines. Look at
Well,
this.
It's gonna look like you're scaled soon with how many lines you've got on your arm.
Yes. Kind of ironic, actually.
Fitting, I'd say.
Is this word? Whatever. I kill lots of drugs. It's been very
Can we-
good.
Hey, high five. Good job.
Circa full power high five.
Oh no!
I fly into the wall.
So
Her arm just snaps off her body like it's fucking SpongeBob. Well, Arvis,
Yeah. Can we leave this room?
it
we
is
should
a
probably not.
relatively unpleasant room.
Well,
That's a
I mean,
very-
you guys were so insistent on going in there to begin with.
I wasn't.
Well, you
well,
were.
you
that's true.
know, blood is
shit.
a high content of water. So, if I were to sit in one of those pools, I think I could
Close the
actually
door.
absorb.
He just shuts the door in Barkbeard's
Wait,
face
no,
as he's
sir.
talking. Also, Zerg.
I can't lose you again.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Of course, you could easily just open it back up and go through, but the point has been made. So the group of you move out of this massacre chamber. Zerg, for the first time, seeing this cavern of the Moonstone pools off to your left. A chamber much more natural, enormous, carved of a pearlescent white stone, with these two glistening clear pools on the northern side, and an enormous dead fucking Stegosaurus near the southern side of the room that has been stabbed and burned numerous times.
And we've been busy too.
We killed two very big dinosaurs and a very scary vulture.
And a very scary vulture.
So if you want to wait here for just like a half hour or so, I think there's not really any purpose needing to
Yeah,
roll for it,
if
Arabis
there's
would
no rush,
easily
I
be
guess.
able to bring
Time.
Selwyn and Barkbeard back to fighting fit with no problems, and as well make sure that Zerg is okay, and he seems to be in absolutely pristine fighting condition, as if Trogs are just wholly incapable of injuring him.
I have seen this before.
Now, of course, you won't be able to do anything about the drained, this bit of loss of color and pallor that your Leshies, well, your tiny friends, are all suffering from their interactions with the specters. But you can heal them up as well as you can.
Well, that's
Well-
as good as I can do right now.
Sweet. Now, shall we kill some more trucks? As a
Okay.
as a reunited family.
I favorite.
Well, it's not so much we just killing trogs. We're purifying this place.
Yes, yes. Beautifying.
we're-
Yes, let's go with
But we
this.
didn't come here to purify it. We came here to kill trucks.
I came here because the wind brought me here.
There's no wind down here.
You came here
Zerg
because I
bots.
brought you here.
Sorry, that was me. The wind brought me here too.
There's a little bit of wind down here.
There is now.
Oh, I liked.
So, what
Hey.
are you doing, friends?
We should go to the southern door. Start clearing out the place. Now since we
I
cleared
thought
all the
you
west.
opened this door,
Sorry?
the one that's locked.
No, I mean, you didn't want to go. You didn't want to wait for me to open it. So now I'm gonna passively aggressively not open it.
That sounds like that one.
It does.
But, okay,
Barkbeard, what do you think we should do?
What are you about?
I feel like, if someone thinks the job is too much for her, then I don't want to pressure her into something she can't do. I mean, she's kind of a delicate
Salomon can do
flower.
anything.
Excellent bait. However, I'm immune to your ruses.
Well, why we go this way? Isn't this the way Mr. Batsky came from?
It is, but Mr. Batsky, sir, buddy, Grease. Have you been through here? And I'll point down to the southern door.
Yes.
I'll be honest, I wasn't really paying attention. I was just
Now-
looking for you and Trogs. Either way,
Yeah.
I don't know where I've been or.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So we start clearing the rest out room by room, and we'll make our way up to the door I can totally open, by the way.
I mean, can you? I don't want to rub any sore spots here, but I might have been a
Oh.
little bit above your level.
Someone
I'm-
almost had it open until you got ambushed by those ghosts.
Sorry.
That is true.
And then someone
Did
said,
he? Because I'm pretty. Or did she? Because I'm pretty sure it was firmly shut.
No, it was almost open. I was actually on the last tumbler.
I don't think doors almost open. They're either shut or open, as in my experience, and it still is quite shut.
How long have you been in civilization? A week?
A very short time.
Yeah.
You guys arrange yourselves by this door.
All right.
How you want to be as
Sir,
I
my
imagine
beautiful friend, would you
probably.
like to take point? Yes.
Would you like to
Oh, yeah.
stand in the front, large friend of
So I
mine?
no longer have to. Oh, I'm
I've
so
missed
happy.
this. So as you arrange yourselves along this doorway, simple wood as so many others before it, Barkbeard or Zerg pushes the door open to reveal a massive library ringed with towering mahogany bookshelves crammed with thousands of ancient texts.
Now place your
Inside,
bets.
A
Is it
room-
demons or trucks?
I don't know. You guys want to like over under on demons or trucks? What do you think, party?
It's early. I'm gonna go trucks.
All right, I'm gonna
Thinking
go
both.
demons.
I'm thinking both. Demons
no.
with
We're
trogs.
going demons and trugs.
That's
Demons
what-
and trogs.
Hmm?
I like
Hmm?
you slipping.
Else can this
I don't know what trogs.
Demons
would
and
be
trucks is a
doing
good
here.
call.
It's demons and trugs.
Ah,
you open
Man, I
the
should have bet
door
money.
to reveal another one of the blood-soaked, trident-wielding demons, accompanied by another trog in here. However, while they're in the middle of the room, they are sort of standing some ways apart from each other, a decent, healthy 10-foot or so space between them, almost staring each other down. They don't seem to be on terribly friendly terms, but as the door opens, revealing the group of you, both of them will revel in the opportunity to turn their attentions your direction and pick up
Hero's
this
gonna
fight.
help them out.
So, I'm gonna need some initiative, friends.
Yeah.
Let me hop over here to Sirenscape. Give me my hot, angry demon noises.
Very consistent
Alright.
initiatives.
Yeah, come on, Gray, we need to have that 20 for you. It's, come on. See, you're the only one out of the group, Shinmil.
19,
Look at what
20,
you've done. We
21,
almost-
22,
yeah.
27. You're a loser.
Yeah, we're almost at a flush.
Wow.
Great.
Sorry for
Straight,
rolling
I think, is
good.
what you're going for. Alright, let me find these lads over here. Okay. Demon lad. This is what you get. I can make it straight. I can help. I can make it straight off of what she has. It's okay. We can make it work. We can get there. And
Or we could not.
oh my god! Holy crap! I actually did. What are the odds?
Yeah, I saw you. Game cheating over there.
I will snip. Remind me later, and I will screenshot these dice
No, I
rolls.
believe.
As this door opens, and you look across this room, the Trog turns first to the group of you in the doorway. And seeing that there is a gaggle of you lads over here, and a quick reaction, he glances to the demon. And, what language would this be in, actually? Would it just be an Undercommon? Do the demons speak Undercommon? Do you... it would actually be in Draconic. Does anyone speak that? You do, Selwyn? So, not speaking Undercommon like the rest of the Trogs, in Draconic, which you'd still the only one to understand, the Trog would turn to the demon, later! We finish terms later! And then turn towards the door, Fulmin Pestilum! Putting his hands together and bringing them forward with a wave of lightning.
Oh,
rippling
also,
forward.
I forgot. I need to make me my intimidate roll, and I'll do
Oh,
it
yeah, throw me an
against
intimidate
the
roll.
demon. 23.
I mean, maybe. Let me go look. Do wish these guys weren't like 9 pages apart from each other, but such is life. 23 is not quite gonna do it. But a lightning bolt is going to rip forth from the Trog's hands, up to the north, directly through Zerg, Ara, and Arabis, who I'm gonna need to make reflex saves. You guys are quick on that button. Look at that.
Yeah, wow.
So fast.
This looks ready.
Mono is super ready, yeah. Okie dokie.
What is
So,
ready?
He's been saving it up for the past 2 weeks.
are we chilling with these?
Nope.
Before I start going forth?
Absolutely not.
I am.
Not with a 15. I'm gonna take a 16.
Oh.
Yeah, well, it got better.
That's my yep.
So, I'm gonna roll some damage real quick. Zerg in the front, ready for action on his toes, dips out of the way and is only gonna take half of this, leaving Ara behind him to just eat all of it in his face, critically failing for double. Whereas Arabis is just gonna take the irregular amount of damage. And I always had to look up Lightning Bolt in 2nd edition because it's really interesting. Because I know is it like 4d12? It's something weird now. It is 4d12. It's not. They're not just all variously sized buckets of d6s anymore. Okie dokie. So we will go from the bad times to the better times. Ara, as this racks through, you're going to take 62 points of electricity damage. Arabis, you're going to take 31, and Zerg, you're going to take 15. And then he is going to quickly scamper back to the southern end of the room, putting the table between himself and the rest of the group. As the demon hops forward, trident in hand, to engage the large green man in the front of the doorway, trying to take advantage as you're dipping down underneath this lightning blast here. Dragging his trident almost behind him and thrusting it forward with all his might as he approaches. for a... How many villain points have I got?
Oh boy.
I don't think it's it is one. It is one. All right, for a natural one. So he goes a little too... He goes forward as this lightning bolt is surging, kind of forcing him to hesitate, dip back, and avoid it as well, and completely throwing off his attack. Arbus.
Okay. I am going to take a step back from that lightning that hit me pretty hard. And it almost like it racks through my body and then channels out through my hands and goes forward into a cloud that's surrounding the demon as I hit him back with a Tempest Surge.
Alrighty. He will make a reflex save. Demon's dodging all kinds of lightning immediately as the door opens.
Ooh.
Coming from both directions. And again, these two, well, they didn't really seem to be super friendly with each other when the door opened. Now don't seem to be really fighting a whole lot in unison either. And he's going to get a 29, so just a regular success.
Yep. So a half 13.
6 points of electricity damage. He's going with a little bit of a zap. And Selwyn.
I'm gonna hold until after my good buddies.
Is that everybody?
Yes.
All right, I'll go ahead and bring you down
They're
here.
all
So
my good buddies.
everyone's my good buddy. Aura, then.
I knew you felt that way about me.
Aura, still
Almost
technically
everybody.
conscious.
Ouch.
What are you at right now?
2.
That's double one.
I'm going to try to cast Fear on the ba.
Ooh, okay. Okay. Interesting. And he's going to make a will save, I assume.
Yes, sir.
He's going to get a 34 on his will save. And as you cast this against him and your magic tries to grip his mind, you feel as though, whether it's his just demonic consciousness or just how different of a creature he is, that your kind of mind-affecting magic has a really hard time landing on him. But it's still going to be a regular success.
Correct. And then Ara is going to take a little step back.
All right. Barkbeard.
Then I'm going to kind of grip down into the earth again, get into stance, step forward, and just with the momentum of stepping forward, just bring some of the branches up and try and kind of bat into this guy.
Ready?
Oof. You're not very good. A 17. But I'll
there's
try again.
a lot of shit flying back and forth through this doorway here.
With a 15.
Are we doing this again?
Session.
Are we doing this again?
I guess I will just sit here and flail wildly.
Wiggle out in his general direction. Zerg, your friends need help. They're having a tough time.
Okay. Hold on, everybody. I'm a little got the limber up. I've been killing all day.
Don't want to pull a hit me.
Oh, did somebody say villain points? TNT DMD then giving me 4 villain points
Whoa! Come on now.
in the chat with this big old bit pile. Oh baby, what a heap. What a heap. Okay, well, I'm about the capacity now. We'll take those. Zerg?
Yeah, great, wonderful, love this. How about the little steppy step? How about the little swingy swing of a fist to the face? 23.
23. This little demon here is full on the defense, and that first swing isn't going to be quite enough to catch him. Just going to
Well, neither will my second.
Oh no.
goes and throwing a
There's the
couple of
left hand.
hands.
Then bone fist right hand. Oh no, I moved, so I don't.
Yeah,
get
that's That's 3, yeah. Selwyn.
It is, yeah.
Not to worry, we're definitely going to die.
Well, I'm over here. I don't remember if the Babao has AOs.
Well, he's not taking them, so.
Well, in that case, probably not. Oh, I remember what he does.
You do,
Oh,
I'm
well.
sure you remember what he does. I'm sure Zerg
Yeah.
remembers what he does.
And I, unlike my compatriots, am a gifted goddess at fighting, so obviously I'll hit my first attack.
Oh boy.
He is
Roll
frightened 1. And flat-footed from your gang up.
29. on his
That's
flat-footed.
in there. That's exactly what we're looking for. And as you slash through him, a spray of this acidic blood coating his body spurts back in response. Give me a reflex save.
29.
And if you succeed, so you critically succeed. As is the
That's right.
Selwyn special.
And I assume that was not enough to crit him.
It was not enough to crit him, no.
No, of course.
But it did hit.
It did hit. It's true. And with no small amount of confidence, I'll follow with the second strike. Or 27.
Oh, baby. 1, 2,
14
catching
damage.
him with both.
Low roll on the damage, but high roll on the attacks. That's
Move
what
him
we
down
like.
a little bit so we get a little bit of a better view of where he's at. The Trog, scooting back over around the table here and seeing that 0 of the people who were just lightning bolted moved out of lightning bolt formation,
Oh.
but that the demon is also kind of in his way. He's gonna sort of pause for just a moment before hissing out in Draconic, "Get down! Fulman Pestilum!" and casting another lightning bolt down the hallway, and I need the same 3 people to make reflex saves again.
Who would have thought he had 2?
He's got 2.
Oh,
Oh fuck.
I'm a hero point that. No, session reroll that.
session reroll. You got session reroll on you.
I'm gonna
Oh,
hero
better.
point that.
Oh gosh.
Ara's gonna hero point his.
Ara is going to hero point his.
Or
28 this time.
All right, so similar to last time, but in a different order. This time, Ara is going to succeed and take half, which is almost certainly going to knock him. There's no conceivable universe this doesn't knock him unconscious. All 4 d12s could be 1s, and it would still be 2 damage. So Ara is going to go down. Arabis is going to be taking all of this, and in the front here, Zerg is stepping forward and swinging. Has no idea what this draconic languages thing is hissing out is going to eat a face full of lightning with a critical failure. So Zerg, you're going to take 56 points of lightning damage. Arabis, you're going to take 28. And the demon, who is not even facing the Trog, is gonna just succeed and take 14 points of electric damage as this bolt crackles through his. Oh no, he's frightened 1!
Oh,
He's
no.
gonna fail! That's 1 lower! He's also taking 28 points of electric damage.
He
Talk
deserves
about
it.
value.
Yeah.
This demon is gonna turn towards Selwyn as the only one here who has landed a quick pair of blows on him, whirling the trident around up above
How's it
him
hanging?
and jabbing down.
Can you not?
You are gonna get poked at for a 37. 36. He's frightened 1.
Yeah, that is a crit. That will hit
Oh,
me.
I thought the 36 might make it not. I wasn't sure. If you,
No.
exactly what your
We're
AC
doing
was.
24 AC voice.
Oh, it's way lower than I thought it was. All right, yeah. So as he stabs in into you with a pretty grievous strike here, you are going to take 26 points of piercing damage
That is more. That is about 26 more than I wanted to take.
and an additional 10 points of evil just cascading through. And the force of this strike is almost gonna kind of set off your equilibrium. He hits you so hard with this trident, dropping you to sicken too as well.
Alright.
Before he is going to
He
Jump.
needs to make a fortitude save. I'm blooding this bastard.
you make it as he jumps backwards away from this group, stabbing and turning back, enraged towards the Trog. Fortitude save, you say? This is from a spell, right?
It is from a spell.
Okay, because he gonna 21. 20. He's frightened 1 still. It's not the end of his turn yet.
All right, that definitely fails. And let's see. It goes to the next turn, and I'll. This is why
Get
we
the stuff.
write in the description.
Okey
I'm fairly
dokey.
confident it's 2d6 plead persistent. Yeah, it is.
It's some amount of persistent. I'll put the persistent icon on him. Oh, and then it's actually, he's going to take it right now. So he's going to
10.
then bleed for 10. As this blood coating him just seems to be shedding off wildly. He's going to continue bleeding. All right. Arbus, the second blast of lightning coming back. Almost just throwing this in your face with the power of his own bolts, and Ara dropping in front of you. You're up.
Didn't take that one so good, so I'm gonna stumble over here to cover a little bit and drop down and Jesus. Do some. Actually, I got 2 left. I have the. Let me get it real quick here. The heal bomb. Could pull out the heal bomb. Will that bring him up? Because it's a heal, right?
Oh, right. The tin that you'd found in the potential storage area. Absolutely. You can pull it out and then put it on him as 1 action. It's going to heal him for 3d8 plus 10. So that'll be 2 actions because you got to get it out of your bag and then apply it.
Yeah.
But
All
it will
right.
pick him back up. It's going to heal him for 3d8 plus 10.
All right. Put some magic balm under your nose. Or you don't have a nose. Just on your face.
The
Right in
tin
your
just says
eyeball.
Vicks.
Just screaming on his face. It's kind of rubbing into the wood.
23 HP.
Alrighty. Barkbeard.
I am going to swoop across the room to this man. Just roots of flying over here, and kind of reach around and grab on and try and you are causing quite a problem. And I'm going to try and grab him. 34.
34 is going to critically succeed. And as you wrap your roots around this Trog wizard in the back line, completely pinning his arms down, he can't even hope to cast any more spells while you've got a hold of him.
And it will it will just kind of squeeze in, and 4 damage just from being here,
Get
I
the
guess.
squeezy damage.
Squeeze.
And it'll just continue just kind of squeezing in. Not really for not for anything in particular, just for
More focused on the grabbing.
right, exactly. Well, I guess I've got a pretty good hold of you. I'm going to raise my shield, and just kind of the bark around both of us just starts kind of like rippling out, just hardening out.
So, Zerg.
Yes. That last hit certainly felt good.
You haven't been here in a couple weeks, so I'm gonna throw you a quick refresher.
Yeah.
Do you want to have either used your reaction to rage or punch this guy when he
I
walked
forgot I
away
could
from
do
you?
that.
You could have done either of those 2 things. It's been a couple weeks, so I'll give you the welcome back freebie.
Or I could follow
I
that guy.
raged. I was very mad.
Fair enough.
Oh god, it has been 2 weeks. Sorry. Angry. Yes.
Yes.
Good thing so into the character I forgot about game mechanics.
It's okay. I figured it's been a minute. You've been moving and doing a lot of stuff, so like everyone gets one.
No messing around. 8-man is gonna run over and fucking. What am I more likely to be able to do? Grab it or hit it? I'm gonna run and I'm gonna hit it. Raging hand at the thing. Fucking die! Thank God.
Fuck yes.
Fucking die is accurate. Natural 20. Solid. Okay, so oh my god.
Bye.
Holy shit. Oh my god.
Oh my fucking god.
He is dead.
Oh,
That is 58 points of bludgeoning damage. As just offended by the concept of this creature's existence, Zerg, what have you done to this demon?
I don't know. Shit.
Zerg's
so
back, baby!
Pounding over
came
on his
back.
big 8 fists. Donkey Kong style side fist. As I pelt it with all of my ape-man force.
He doesn't even get to. He doesn't even get to use his reaction because he's dead. Well, you got one action left, Mono.
And sudden charge is 2 moves, isn't it? Damn.
It is.
It is. Yes.
So I remember some things. Some things. Ape Man's gonna move. How big is this room? Is this big? Yeah.
You can get over
man's-
to him pretty easily.
Leaping over the table. End up next to him. Is that okay?
Yeah, I mean, in your current state of ape rage, will absolutely let you just ape leap over a table. Don't even do anything. So, Selwyn.
Well, I'll not a bleep over no table. Just run down normally. 'Cause that's what I like doing. Against this flanked, pinned, poor truck.
And
He
his
got to
demon
cast
just got
lightning bolt
obliterated.
twice.
He had half his health, and he's got backhanded for 58 and died instantly.
You know, at least the truck lived a life, right? He got to cast lightning bolt. He lived his best life.
He got
Cast
a
it twice.
great lightning bolt twice. I mean, he got way more than he deserved to have. 28.
for 18 damage.
Absolutely gonna hit him and stab him for 18 points of slashing damage.
And then for the secondary, you know, I just love being in flanking. It's just so nice.
He is triple flat-footed to you.
Yeah.
He is
For-
restrained. You are actually flanking, and then you have gang up.
Yeah.
But still, a 20 just isn't quite gonna do it.
Yeah. I kind of figured.
So as he is bound here and just kind of writhing, he's got a small light hammer on his hip. He hasn't even considered drawing. He kind of seems to be wiggling his fingers toward. He attempts to incant a spell, but without any ability to move his hands, realizes that he can't just flick his way through the motions. All of you have come very close to him now, though, and I'm going to need a fortitude save
yeah.
against the overwhelming stink as he starts to sweat a little harder.
After he saw his friend get turned
We're
into
fairly used to this.
Yeah.
Everyone's fine. And then he is going to attempt to escape, which is, I believe, against your athletics DC, not your fortitude, which is probably the worst thing on the planet for this guy, because he's a wizard. He's a wizard. He's a trog wizard. He's a wizard. 20?
No, nope, not even close.
Okay, well, he literally can't take any other action. Does it critically fail?
No, it does not critically fail.
Okay, so how about 28?
Does actually do it. 28 does it.
The second wiggle here, he's gonna pull himself free, spending almost a full turn writhing, and then completely surrounded. He is just very quickly going to scramble and bark out, "Glypeus!" and throw a shield up, a magical shield up to defend himself, which that does not provoke, it's verbal only. Ara.
I stand up.
I think you're actually technically supposed to be before him. It was him that knocked you out, but I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. I stand up. I move in. And I cast my favorite spell.
Is it
Please
elemental
burn.
toss?
It's Elemental Toss.
Hey, wow.
For
Ooh.
27.
Absolutely gonna hit him.
20 points of damage.
Alrighty, that's gonna burn him pretty well. This demon doesn't get to be on initiative anymore. Get out of here. Aravis.
I think it's extremely rude.
2, 3. Follow Aura into the room. I see Demon. And screw it. I'm gonna hit it one day. Hold my arms out to the side. Eyes turn a little white. Dark cloud surrounds. A couple crackles of thunder. Tempest surge, motherfucker.
Nice.
In that hot 2 focus point value.
You
Okie
can do
dokie.
it. This
Let's
time,
see.
good damage.
Let's see.
Oh,
Let's
hog
see.
weight.
Someone's gonna fail this save someday. His reflex. He's. You know what? I'm gonna open roll it. I'm gonna open. This is the last one of these guys. I'm gonna open roll it. Here you go. Here you go, Shemmy. You ready?
Yeah. Oh, shit.
21.
Yeah. Okay.
He fails.
It's good. He gets all that shit then. Clumsy. He gets the persistence. He gets 30 points of electricity damage. All that fun.
That's a lot of That's a lot of stuff, and he takes 4 persistent damage as this lightning racks through him. His
Yep.
shield unable to protect him from the elements here. Bring us to Barkbeard.
And I'm gonna follow the branches along kind of where the jolt of electricity went through him, and they're gonna kind of follow in, just kind of winding around him again. You seem like 28.
And you grab him again. You don't have quite as
and
good of
then
a
he's-
hold this time, but you do have
Not
him
quite as
grabbed.
good, yeah. And he still gets the 4. I still end up. It's a rough branches, and he still gets the 4 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna keep on squeezing there for a 26. Oh no,
That'll
no,
do
no,
it.
no, minus five.
21 will still do it.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Well, then, yeah.
We have found the AC, boys. Well, we found the flat-footed
Right
AC.
Okay. Well, still here, so.
You have
try
2
that
actions
again.
left.
Oh no.
1 action left.
And then I will just kind of raise my shield up again.
Okie dokie. Well, it's Zerg and Selwyn flanking a grappled wizard who has basically no health left. So the question is not, will he die? The question is, how does he die? Zerg?
My mind is on the ape.
Like that?
That's a critical hit with a 33, so how does he die, Zerg?
Open palm on either side of their head.
Discombobulate.
My God, yes.
Weesh.
I feel like that one's less of a discombobulate and more of a Gallagher. Is what we have going there.
That
Based
means
on just
everybody
the
gets covered there too. They all get a piece of that one. With the Gallagher in that guy's
just-
head.
squishing what's left of the Trog in front of you here. He can block it with his shield. It's not going to make any slight amount of a difference to the 40 damage Mega Smash as you crush through this arcane force field he's thrown up, smashing that, and then smashing his skull in turn.
Ew. I got it in my finger creases. I hate this. Gross.
There's lots of squishing going on there, and I'm gonna like slowly unravel all of my vines from around him.
Hmm.
Hold
Try and
up his
extricate
corpse.
myself over there. Step back a little bit. You know, it is very nice to have you, Zerg. It really makes a difference.
I was building Brick Tree.
Break the, it's like sort of like splinter off a bit of the table and etch in another line.
Oh,
Yes, it's good to be back. I missed all of you.
I'm the burnt
Using
tree.
The ink to sort of,
Yeah,
like
what-
the bladder's ink to color that. Yes, it's been a long day without all of you helping me kill things.
Yeah, it would go much faster with us. So you've really honed in your killing of Trogs. That was remarkably efficient for the Trog. He just kind of squished his head. I should really learn how to do that sometime.
You should try this. Make the branches real big and they squish. It's good. That's
Yeah,
it.
I was trying to crush his body. I see the problem here. The body is much less squishable than the head is. The head is very
Yes.
squishy, apparently.
The skull is a tricky part. You got to get the good pressure point. But once you find it, he's over in seconds.
What is this,
I'll
like the
have to
third Trog
practice.
skull?
Yes.
Yes,
yes.
I'm learning.
Well, medic, we got some burnt plants, and you certainly took a brunt of the lightning too.
Whoever
Yeah, you
said
need-
lightning doesn't strike the same place twice lied.
Well,
Well-
it doesn't run magically.
It's actually pretty funny.
Well, Barkbeard looks largely okay. I'm not positive he took literally any damage in that encounter.
I did not take any damage at all, no.
How is that possible?
Because I got
I
the,
stabbed.
don't know.
all the rest of you are quite wounded. Some went a little better off than the three of you who took repeated massive lightning surges to the face. But that was some decent wounding. And if you're gonna shutter the doors and hole up in here for a time for Arbus to tend to your wounds and try to patch you all back up, you're gonna be in this library for quite some time. Probably gonna be spending maybe a few hours bandaging up these burns. That Trog's magic was frighteningly strong. That or you were all just stuck in a hallway and had to take the lion's share of it. But as you all settle down and Arbus pulls out her supplies and starts tending in turn to each of you, you're also left plenty of time to look around the library itself. This room, other than the Moonstone Cavern, is certainly the largest you've been to in the basement of the hall here. Its ceiling going nearly 20 feet overhead, even being taller than the rest of the chambers. There's ladders mounted on rollers from the ceiling at different points around the room to allow access to the higher shelves of these books, as this is an absolutely stocked repository of some kind of ancient knowledge. Now, Barkbeard, you're perfectly okay. What are you doing while Arbus is tending to the rest of the party here?
Well, I guess I'll look for, just be looking around, look for any exceptionally interesting things. If there's any, I don't know. I heard that some books are quite rare and valuable.
And it does definitely seem, even just looking around this, like it's, again, almost guaranteed. It's not a matter of if, but what there is hidden away somewhere in this library that may be of some interest or value.
I'm also looking for hidden doors because this place is famous for them, and what better place for a hidden door than a library?
This basement does appear to be at least 90% secret doors. So, give me your choice. It's not so much a difficulty. You're looking around for anything that might be hidden, of course, but finding any books or knowledge of value in here is less a matter of perception and more a matter of understanding what it is you're looking for. The library is organized in some way, an ancient way. I'm going to need either Arcana, Occultism, or Religion.
Okay, well, I can do any of those. That's all the same.
well then,
So
take
I
your
guess
pick.
Okay, well, I will do Arcana, sure. Not very good. I had 19.
With a 19, while Arbus is starting to bring everyone back, attending probably to Ara, as he's certainly being blasted unconscious and suffered the worst of it.
He's literally
You-
wounded.
He literally wounded. You search around through a large portion of the library, because you have a huge area. Even an hour is not nearly enough time to search this thoroughly. Kind of skimming, jumping around to things that may seem like they're of interest. And while there's near encyclopedic knowledge of a whole lot of various topics and histories in here, none of it really seems like, none of it that you find immediately seems like it's particularly rare or esoteric or valuable. But still, it's almost certain there's something in here of use. After an
It's
hour
also,
Sorry, go ahead.
it's also, I mean, I've never really been in a library before besides the one up that we searched through with that
You're
man. I'm not
basically
very
surrounded
proficient
by
in
a
this.
whole bunch of your thinly sliced dead friends, and this is something that you've never experienced before, Tree.
Well, we did talk to that one man, but in the library. But still, it's quite interesting.
So after an hour or so, Zerg and Selwyn, who took the least of the damage there, would be largely patched up, and Arabis would still be tending to herself and Ara for a little while longer.
I don't know if it makes a difference, but I can do 4 at once now.
Yeah, I'm just been like the quantity of their health that they are missing. They took the least. You are tending to everyone simultaneously, but yourself and Ara are certainly the most wounded by the encounter. So Zerg and Selwyn, you as well would have some time here as you're waiting for the last two to patch up and be ready, and just in case there are, well, more of these demons and trogs that are not weak. What are you two doing with your time in his library here?
Zerg is perusing along the bookshelf, looking along the spines with some relative interest, and turns to the rest of the party. I really should learn how to read properly sometime.
Well, if you want to be taught, I can do it in one of many languages, even your own.
I bet reading is really fun. Yes?
Yeah, it is. It's like
Takes a book
world's
off the
open.
Taking a book off the shelf and opens it up. Yes, this looks very, very good. Closes the book and whips it across the room as hard as possible.
Can I catch what the name was in its passing?
If you was just grabbing a randomly selected one, it would probably just be an intermittent median volume of some actual encyclopedia. Some ancient
boring.
scholars' just repository of geographical knowledge, largely maps and charts of the
Right,
world
that
and
one
the seas.
sucks. Right. I would like to have a look for this repository, find some information as well.
Sure. So you spend a time searching while Arabis is treating herself and Ara, and you as well can give me an Arcana, Occultism, or Religion check. And Barkbeard, you can give me a second one if you're still looking, if you haven't given up after your first quick lap here.
No, in for
wondering around,
penny,
yes.
in for pound. I'll session reroll. Damn it. It got
You're
worse.
rolling religion. I know quite a bit about religion. Yeah. Oh, yes, quite.
Why-
Well, if
why is
she's
it never
rolling
punished?
religion?
Why is it never
Obviously,
punished?
I was rolling the wrong skill. I should be rolling the one that Solomon is rolling and only beating her at it.
So,
You know, one of these days you'll hit an attack roll, okay?
oof. With
I don't need
Hemlock's
to with Zerg here.
with Hemlock's assistance, Selwyn, as this is all very ancient and somewhat archaic, and much to
Just
your
like Hemlock.
eternal chagrin, he manages to lead you around to finally finding something of value in here. And you end up with a tome called The Deeds of Erodin. And the pages of this, fitting that it would be here in the Moonstone Hall's library, detailed various legendary acts Erodin had committed before and after ascending to godhood. This book is centuries old. Ancient enough that it was all penned long before he had died. And it is a very rare these days insight into some of the ancient, almost Aslanti, worship of the deity. It is long-winded. It was certainly penned by an author who very much enjoyed the concept of hearing his own theoretical voice. But you end up finding one passage as you flip through this that does certainly seem like it's of some degree of interest to you. From the Deeds of Erodin. I'm going to pop this up. I wish you the best of luck if you want to attempt to read it, but there is a regular text version of it below, which is
I'll
absolutely
read the real one.
what I'm reading from,
Yeah.
because that letter is just impossible to read. But the last Aslanti saw how the vile dwellers of the lands below squandered the orb's life-giving power. He wept for the 6 beacons of creation, forced to illuminate twisted monoliths and blood-stained altars. He descended into the bowels of the world to pluck the radiant orbs from their cradles in that fell land. One he left, in his infinite mercy, to sustain the vault which was then called Vask. The other 5 he named Aeon Orbs, and carried them up to light his new land, still mere rocks drawn from the raging sea. 5 towers he built, the Marsh Tower to tame the mire, the Forest Tower to sustain the great woods, the Life Root Stone to guard the Solwyn Hills, and the Wellspring Tower to shine across lush plains. The 5th he placed upon Aaron to illuminate the isle of his chosen. He smiled upon the blazing Aeon orbs from his throne in the high mountains, and as his beacons shone across the land, Erodin poured his essence into them. The light of his 5 orbs woke the islands, coaxing the fields and forests into abundant growth, and for so long as he reigns, his Aeon orbs shall shine in bounty, Erodin's eternal promise of life to humanity.
Ah,
So this
Sounds
isn't
like
valid
it.
anymore.
sounds
It's a
like he
con-
just,
Sorry, go on.
yeah, it sounds like he just took them.
Well, good.
And
Now-
as you read through this, and have this even just begin to discuss this passage, Zool manifests once again in the center of the library, but looking markedly different than he has previously. His head hung, his hands to his temples, fingertips on his brow, as if he was in great pain. His spectral form almost kind of swaying here. Erodin is gone! The Aeon orbs now fail! Who can save humanity now? He almost seems like he doesn't even realize that the group of you are there, or even that he's manifest. He's not talking to you so much as just to the library, almost to himself, as if he's
I'll walk-
lost, overcome by this thought.
I'll walk up to Erebus and whisper, well, if this was the beginning of a play, this is where you would take up the mantle as hero. Manifest your destiny. Say, I'll do it. I'll restore the orbs.
And with that, Arvis jumps to her feet. I'll do it. I am the Stormborn. This is what I'm here to do. Like that.
And
Wrong line, but, baby steps.
slowly, he raises his gaze to Erebus, his hand still at his temples, and turns to Barkbeard and Ara and Zerg, even, around the room, looking at each of them in turn. Again, almost looking like he doesn't even understand where he is. I see his touch, his reflection. But how can this be? You bear his light made manifest. And he looks back towards Erebus, lost like a deer in headlights.
Are you okay?
He's a ghost, of course he's not okay.
Well, he's a little bit more shaken than usual.
He looks paler than normal.
As Erodin once poured his essence into these orbs, so too came his reflections. One which you now bear. You bear his power. You can reignite them. If it were taken to his throne, his high palace in the Kortos Mountains, the verdant beacon must be relit. And as he speaks, becoming more almost manic and louder, losing some of the shape to his form, almost some of the colors. He wavers, almost in and out of existence to some extent. Visible for a moment, gone the next. Resizing, growing, shrinking, warping, as he almost loses control of his shape. In a moment of weakness that you have certainly not seen from him prior.
Just step back and take cover in case he explodes.
Yeah,
Maybe
see?
I
stand
step
back a bit.
forward and stick my finger. I start poking at him.
And as Zara reaches out and touches him, you do feel, as you contact, a wave of strange energy rack through you. Make me a will save.
Oh,
Boy.
no.
I'm excited
Why would you do this?
because I like rolling dice.
Because he likes
30.
rolling dice.
With a 30, you would feel his emotions, this existential agony he has, manifest in your own mind, almost chaining out from him into you. And you would see a brief glimpse around his head of 5 distinct orbs floating at different positions around, slowly revolving. You resist the worst of this. It doesn't consume you or anything, but he turns as your hand kind of just passes through his spectral body. The 5 reflections! Collect them! Take them! Relight the beacons! It's the only way! And, still more manic here. These last words, his eyes filling almost to the ceiling as he expands, becoming more and more transparent, before flickering out of existence entirely. His last words echoing the silence left in the library. Leaving, once again, just the 5 of you standing there.
Starts above our prick grade. How much is this book worth?
Selwyn.
Well,
What?
it is a pretty ancient text there. Probably fetch 50, 60 gold. Were you able to find a decent buyer? It is a
Sweet.
rarity, to be sure. And finding a decent buyer is not going to be challenging because there are still many who once worshipped a rodent that was within living memory. And there are many collectors now who seek these elder tomes from before his fall.
But the question is, how many of these tomes are valuable?
Looking at the size of the library, you're almost certain that there is more than just a single book of value in here.
All right, guys, we're splitting up and searching for, well, I was going to say clues, but really, liquidity is a better word.
But around that
It's
time,
like Scubus Dubus. My
What?
favorite
Sorry?
play.
So, what?
We're splitting up and looking for the clues, like Scubus Dubus.
Oh, yeah, like she was doing, exactly. Oh, we're not really splitting up far. It's just in this library.
so about an hour probably would have, about a couple of hours, 2 hours would have passed by this point, since you had made your way into the library. Everyone would be at full health, well, as full as you can be given your drained condition. Ara's wounded condition removed, as Arabis packs away her supplies, and Selwyn has this thought. You certainly can. The 5 of you certainly could spend some more time looking through this library trying to find more books of value.
Yes.
No, Selwyn's definitely doing it. It's not a question.
Money? Well, you say could as if it's not, the mandatory minimal.
Do we? Okay.
Where are
Well,
we
if
going
there's-
to put these books?
In the bag of holding. What do you mean?
We filled it up with
Ah,
rocks.
No, we didn't fill it. We just put more in it. There's still plenty of room.
Ah, that's a very nifty contraption. I have already been around this room twice, though.
Well, we
actually.
know how
there's-
how close the bag of holding is to capacity because I feel like there is some nasty thing that happens if you overfill it.
This is not first edition, and there are not a whole lot of lol gotchas.
Okay.
I mean, well, technically, to screw it up, it would have to be full, and you would have to attempt to like be forcing more things into the bag to ruin it. It's like you're gonna know it's full. Your bag can hold 25 bulk worth of goods. I don't know how much
still
you have
plenty
in
of
there.
room.
Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure you're good. It was the other
There's really not
Age
that
of
much
Ashes
bulking.
completely filled their bag of holding. I think you guys are chilling because they're exploring the depths of the jungle with like months worth of rations and a literal dragon's hoard of coins, and they filled their bag of holding. You guys are fine.
Yes. Right. Now, let's have a look at some valuable books.
So
First
whoever
things first, I cast Detect Magic.
So with your cantrip emanating out through the room, you would... let me double check, but I actually don't think you're going to detect anything. If you would detect anything, it would be that what the Trog had on him. You would actually detect an aura of abjuration on the light mace, the small hammer on the Trog's hip. But beyond that,
Another striking.
it would resonate with anything in the room. It is actually not striking, it's just a +1 light mace. He's a little bitch wizard. He doesn't have a striking rune in his weapon.
All right. Allow me to put that on the sheet. I don't remember how much the striking rune sells for. But, well, +1.
I
anyway.
can
Look them all up. We can look
we'll
up
figure
all
out the
the...
logistics.
Yeah, the way I usually do it, because we haven't actually had a solid shopping episode in this yet, is we have the, like, we go shopping, and then that happens, and then in between sessions we figure out what you all actually bought, rather than doing it all on stream. With some exceptions. But anyway, whoever wants to spend probably realistically another hour splitting up and searching the room here can roll me either Arcana, Occultism, or Religion. It is dealer's choice, and you all can roll one. And failing it does not preclude you from rolling more. You can keep looking.
I need to make a Barkbeard to roll before. All right. See, he's rolling the wrong thing again.
He only rolls when he gets to screw. When he gets to screw it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, someone else steps up to the plate,
Can I
of
look
course.
for something more specific? Is
I'm
it still
fucking
the same
crying.
Role, are they organized?
It's well organized. What are you after?
Anything on these beacons he was talking about?
You would be looking largely for any kind of history. So you could spend your hour reading through assorted histories and ancient religious texts about Erodin's early miracles and his manifestations, because there would be a lot of information about that. And over the course of the hour, you would not turn up much that you didn't already know, or that wouldn't have already discovered before. That excerpt from that book you found, from the Deeds of Erodin, is one of the only ones that really mentions the origin of the orbs as being anything beyond just a miracle that Erodin had worked to seed life into his land. All other references that you can find in all other tomes would simply indicate that they were a manifestation of his divine will, a literal miracle, artifacts or relics, perhaps from the Aslanti Empire that he had brought in. Nothing else mentions that origin. That seems to be something relatively unknown. Zerg, you don't have to be trained. You can just throw a dice at the wall if you want to roll one of these, because you're just looking for books.
As this.
What matters is that you tried.
We all
Although
tried.
Aura will actually turn something up here. And
Climbs to the top of a bookshelf, disregarding the ladder.
with the hour of searching through, you find something old, not of Erodin's ancient works, but of the history of Moonstone Hall itself. You find a tome titled The Moonstone Oracles. This kind of details a little bit what Zul had mentioned back in the Moonstone Chamber before. The primary wonder of the ancient Moonstone Hall, the Moonstone pools themselves. They explain the light aura of magic that you'd found over that chamber. Those pools transform natural spring water. The water is not in any way magical, it is just regular water, into powerful conduits of divination. As you look through the book, it explains how Erodinite priests created items keyed to the pools, ancient magical circlets called Moonstone diadems, to record their history through deposited memory, using the pools as receptacles. Each of the pools in Moonstone Hall is itself a full reliquary of knowledge from the priests that were once here, stored not in text, but as visual representative memories. The book mentions later generations of the priests also used the Moonstone diadems to view this knowledge, and explains a diadem brought into proximity with a pool unlocks the knowledge held within. You don't think this book would really have any monetary value,
No!
just more practical given your current location and situation.
I'm crying.
Oh, wait.
Now,
Oh, the
So you
diadem we have.
one of those.
The diadem we have's cracked though.
Yeah.
It's
the diadem
true.
you have is pretty fucked up.
And I don't think I can fix it. I don't think I can fix anything, but I try anyways.
You fixed Selwyn Steve's tools last session one time.
Many times, actually.
A bunch, actually, 'cause she was going ham. Do you want to continue searching the library?
Do we feel
Are
like
there
there's more
no
being
hidden
discovered?
doors in here?
You, while you were looking around, Barkbeard, you, with perception, don't really find anything hidden. There doesn't appear to be any secret doors, nothing squirreled away, no secret passages. Ironically, the library seems to be literally the one room in the entirety of Moonstone Hall that does not have any secret doors. Oh, Mono froze the camera for a minute, and I was like, oh no! Oh no! Oh, everyone's freezing. Is this my internet?
Uh-oh.
I think it's
That's your internet.
I think it's
yeah.
ours, yeah.
Our
Yep.
internet's pooping.
It's okay, it's
Weirdly-
coming back.
Yeah, weirdly, I'm not dropping any frames.
Yeah. Lucky the rest of us don't live in third world. Oh, wait.
But our internet is pooping.
Mm-hmm.
Pooping hard. Alright, I think we're back in, though. I think
Back
we're
to
good.
normal, yeah.
Hmm.
Looks like we have reconnected. That's weird. I could live to be a million and I'll never understand internet. How do I drop 0 frames through that? Like,
Who knows?
it makes no fucking sense. Anyway, we're back. So if you said anything or asked me anything in the last couple of seconds, I didn't hear it. I'm sorry.
No, I would ask if, do we feel like there's any more books in here?
Pretty big library. You found one that's valuable, one that's
One of these.
applicable at the moment, one that's possibly useful. Although a lot of the knowledge that is stored here is fairly mundane. Since Moonstone Hall itself is an ancient building, of course, they're all old by the very nature of their, where they are. But it seems to be a lot of standard, traditional knowledge you could find anywhere. And this search for rare esoteric tomes is turning up a surprisingly small amount for how large the library is. So it's unknown at this point. 50-50, either there is or there isn't.
That's true. That is a 50-50. As an economist, I know this. Now, I'll leave this up to the party. Would you guys like to have one last look?
Or we could always come back after we nearly die in the next room and then have to rest for the evening.
That's true.
This is a cozy
I'll
room.
rest. It is a cozy room, yeah.
Don't like it. I miss the sunlight.
I mean, being down here for almost 2 days, yeah, I do too.
There's nothing cozy about this place.
You have been down here for some time.
Yeah, your leshies are gonna start
Do
starving.
you think there's a Celestial Master started fucking with us yet?
Huh?
Well, they've been
Started?
fucking with us this far.
What do you mean started?
Well, no, given our absence.
Oh.
It's only been 2 days, but it's not fathom.
That
If
seems
I'm not
like a
messing
lot of
with
time.
words.
Well, I guess we should try and get this all over with then.
Cubby can protect the circus grounds.
He's a
True.
very
Good
good boy.
He's a very good boy.
So, Angelo throwing in 2 hero points here. Bren only having 1 hero point for so long is unnatural. I must restore the natural order. Take 2, putting you up to 3. So, which way do you wish to proceed? Barkbeard, if you were to open this door to your left here, you would see that it leads back into the original bone-strewn hallway where Zerg had first sprinted off into the distance to go find Trog faces to punch.
Well,
So you have largely looped around most of the western side of this floor, it would seem.
if only we could find someone that could open that locked door.
All right, I'll open the fucking door.
Sure
That
you
said,
Oh.
the
Wait,
hallway
is this
here,
hallway?
where Zerg had
Oh.
reappeared, does extend further to the east. It does hook around to the right, almost
Oh
assuredly.
my. There's
Yeah,
so
when
many
stepping out of it,
doors
you
over
would
here.
see a hallway laden with doors.
Oh no, there's so many doors.
Everybody can
Alright.
open one.
A half dozen of
let me-
them down the opposite side.
Might
Bark-
all just be bedrooms, so.
All right, so which door has the best
Barkbeard
stuff?
stepping forward and opening one immediately would absolutely just open a room to, it was certainly personal quarters to what looks like a pair of priests. As
So are you
two
coming with?
twin beds flank a mahogany wardrobe inside this relatively small chamber. It's, I would say, mildly vandalized.
Well, I guess we could just run a detect magic through all of these and snip,
Well,
snap,
yeah,
there
of
we
course.
go.
Sora's always detecting magic while you're exploring.
Well, no, I'm just saying that we could
Oh.
just be like, is it magical, and then move on. Unless you have any. I doubt there's anything left, do you think?
Yeah. So Arabis walks up to the other door to open that one and opens it to 4 trogs.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that was the
okay,
awful one.
well, you know.
But
Oops.
as this door opens, the furnishings looking somewhat very similar to the bedroom below, but with a large desk inside instead of a second bed. Good job, artists. There's no communication. 4 trogs standing within the chamber here, all kind of turn to look as the door opens, and they're sort of spread throughout the room. And oddly, they do not immediately lunge at Arbus to commence the murdering.
Arabis, get behind me real quick.
As you say that, they quickly turn and look at each other. And so when you would hear in Undercommon, he would say back to his allies, I don't recognize them. They're not Drog. They're not Gorns. And,
Excuse me, gentlemen. Might I inquire as to why you're off your posts? I'll say it on the comment, obviously. I wouldn't say instant comment.
Right. The other one on the other side of the doorway kind of peers around to look down at you, almost sort of confused. We were hiding. We want no more of this. This fervor that many of our kin show for Zevgavizib. We do not share it. This constant cycle of violence and slaughter, it has no benefit.
Right, and now while I would agree, one of my friends outside really hates your kind. So if I close this door, could you stay in here for a couple hours while we do our business, and then you can probably go back to the Underdark? We have very efficiently killed the rest of you. Probably,
Wait, when he
mostly.
puts up one hand. Wait.
Yes?
So you have come in here. You know how to leave. There are exits. Can you show us? We seek peace.
What are they
Right,
saying,
no.
Selwyn?
Well, hold up a second. Now, see, I'm in a bit of conundrum here in that if you show your face out of this room, my friend, who is by no means smart, in fact, I would describe him as an idiot, will see you being trucks and absolutely murder you. So if I close this door, there is an exit on this floor. If you wait a couple hours, you get to survive. If not, you know, it becomes all out war.
One of
sadly.
them near the back turns to his comrade that's been talking with you and says,
Right.
and the horrifying guttural language, it sounds like it's being spoken by a tentacle. And the one at the front of the door kind of shrugs a bit and turns back to you. Please, shelter us.
No,
Help
I
us
need
to
to
the
know.
exit.
What was he saying? I speak a lot of languages, and I don't recognize any of that shit.
I'm gonna walk over here, down south a little bit, but just kind of.
I know, Zerg, you would certainly hear Undercommon being spoken through the doorway here, but you've only heard Trogs speak.
Well, and me.
And Selwyn, 2 Trogs, I think.
Mm-hmm. I'll close the door. Give me a moment, real quick. Close the door.
As you go to close the door, he puts his hand up to stop you from closing the door and opens his mouth, and a 3-pronged tongue shoots out at you, almost like a blade.
No.
What are you, a Vermlek?
And
Sons of bitches.
Gonna need you to roll me some initiative.
You can't be nice to anybody.
No, I know, right? You try once, shame on me. Try again, still shame on me.
To
I
be
will
fair,
hero point.
take a hero point. Okay.
Yep, for a 31 instead.
Oh,
That's what we're
baby.
looking for.
Value.
Yeah.
All right, let me roll these lads. Let me find. I got a Sirenscape for this one.
I would also I'm gonna hunch this one, and I'll take the -2 if it's off. That one I'll intimidate and say in Abyssal, fuck off, or like.
It's not Abyssal. And
So
though he does understand you, but that was not what they were speaking. And with a 34, that is going to critically succeed, and he is very frightened. Very frightened. You know, like, what do they got? Oh, their initiative is not good.
No, I'm making the call that he speaks Abyssal and is a room like.
Oh. Well, regardless of whether or not he knows what a Vermlek is, he does understand Abyssal, and
Okay,
he's
well,
very
yeah.
intimidated.
He'd be saying fuck off to some random thing. Like, that's really scary.
As far as he knows, that's some weird gnomish racial slur. Like, Alrighty, and Selwyn, you the first to react as this guy's leaning in. And it is him that is next, the one that's leaning in here that was talking. Oh, I love when the dice fit the story.
Yeah. I'm gonna close the door.
Okay.
I love this party.
Shut the door.
I still don't know anything happened.
Yeah, nobody else really saw anything.
No.
'cause he was
I'll
inside.
run
Like-
back here, cast shield, and say, "They're demons! Kill them all!"
Okay. I love this party. This party makes me happy. The door is gonna fly back open.
Oh no!
As he is of course gonna set to spend an action to throw it open. And as he steps through the door, all of you see a Trog step into the hallway. And he doesn't appear to have any weapons or anything on him. But he reaches up to slice with one hand. And as he does, even as he swings, his form drops, his skin seeming to fade away as he becomes a fleshless aberration of red, near shapeless meat, swiping with a clawed hand toward Artemis. And he is going to swing at you for a 25.
I actually got to check on that one.
Yeah, it's not nothing.
Just hits. Yeah, just hits me.
This claw is going to catch you for 16 points of slashing damage. And he is going to turn to look past the group of you to Selwyn and say,
I don't speak your language.
Zerg.
Yeah, Zerg ain't messing around. Zerg hear Trog. Zerg see Trog.
Zerg saw Trog.
Well, there was a Trog at some point, I'm sure.
Doesn't look Trog enough.
Everything is Trog, and therefore everything will die. Zog's gonna just sort of scoot past everyone. Excuse me, coming through. Got to murder, excuse me, coming through, yes.
Step over.
Yeah, stepped over, sorry. Yeah.
2 Leshies.
And Zog's gonna go for a grapple and try and grab it.
Okay.
30.
30 is gonna critically succeed. As you,
Oh, God.
they do not appear to be terribly strong, and you grab hold of it relatively easily.
And I'm going to smash it into the wall.
Okay.
Athletics or unarmed?
Just give me an unarmed attack.
26.
Grapples once that's a second swing, but a 21 is actually absolutely still gonna hit it as it's held. They don't seem to be particularly fast either.
So grabbing it by the sort of torso, slamming it into the wall for an 11 bludgeoning damage.
That wasn't
Alright.
2 force. Are you okay?
So
This
as
was a 1
you
though.
as you slam him into the wall here, you do some damage. But as his body hits, it almost just seems to kind of deform around it, like he's made of a wet clay. And it doesn't do as much damage as you would like it to. It seems to be pretty resistant to this bludgeoning attack. And you're also, I feel like, getting quieter and quieter as the session goes on, and I'm not sure what's happening. Barkbeard.
I'm going to.
That was weird.
I'm going to kind of do a little spin around Arbus and get on the other side of her. And then I'm going to lean my full body weight into this and push this guy. I know Zerg's holding him, but he's going to reach around, and I'm going to push this guy and try and get him back into the room.
Okay.
33.
Oh,
So 33 will critically succeed. What is Zerg's fortitude DC?
You
Alright.
muted. Is that the number under?
It's that plus 10. Our internet pooped again, or you're muted. I'm not sure which. Our internet's pooping. It's both.
Oh, gosh.
His fort DC is 27. I looked.
Yes.
So we'll beat his
Yeah.
fortitude. And Zerg will still have a grip on him. We'll push him just into the room. Zerg's still holding him as he gets kind of pushed around the corner.
Perfect. And I will follow. And then so I'm kind of blocking the door here, and then I will, as I'm here, I'm going to just kind of root in and build myself a wall, getting into stance.
Alright, Arvis.
okay. Upset about the getting hit. This looks pretty promising for this. Going to drag my hands down to the ground and then pull them up and throw them forward as out of seemingly nowhere a crashing wave of water just appears and goes washing into the room.
Okay.
That's a cone attack. And where's the save for that? I think it's
It's a cone attack.
yeah.
Alright, that's gonna hit all of them. It's also gonna hit Barkbeard.
Yeah.
But it's,
Where's-
It's fine. Plants are used to
I'm
water.
assuming it's reflex because
it is reflex. It came up in your thing. It's reflex. You're gonna hit him with the
Okay.
wetness. Alright, so the
Okay,
one that is
water
currently
save, you say.
very grappled is gonna get.
Sorry.
Barkbeard's gonna fail. The
alright.
one being held is gonna succeed. The other three are all going to. Ooh. The other three are all going to critically fail.
Ooh.
All three of them.
Nice.
With a 3, a 5, and a 5 on the dice.
That's what I like to hear.
Okay, so this massive crashing wave slamming into the room Does it do anything fancy on a crit or just double?
No, just double.
So they're gonna take 42 points of bludgeoning damage each. Holy crap. Okay.
Throw a wave of water into the room, and I'm gonna move
So-
back to Selwyn.
As it
Yay! Where the cowards live.
as it hits, as it washes across these trogs, Barkbeard, you're gonna take 21 points of bludgeoning damage.
Good idea.
He's gonna take the one's grappled's actually gonna take nothing. As this wave just kind of splashes through, and again his form he just deforms around it like his body's clay. The rest of the trogs all do the same thing, though they still have their trog guises. As this water hits them, they deform, warp, and stretch oddly, reducing the damage, but they still critically failed and took a lot. So this other one in the back here is going to move forward, dropping his guys as he does to become another strange meat monster, and just deform and squeeze effortlessly around everyone and through the doorway. As he can completely just drop and reshape himself and clay man around as he needs
shit.
to.
Can you
And
get
as he
AO
gets
while
into the
he's doing
back,
that?
he's gonna swing wide with a claw towards Zerg as he's holding on to his friend, if they have friends. Swinging at Zerg for a
Then I'll go
30.
I dodge it.
Dodge a 30?
for it.
Oh wait, did you say 30?
Yeah.
30.
I thought you said
Oh, shit.
13. I was like, that's fucking nothing. Who swings it for a
Oh, I
13?
thought
There's no- 30. Sorry, 30 I get hits me fair and square. Jesus.
That's fair. And that's gonna catch you for 15 damage, slashing damage. But as he comes
15,
through,
right? Not 50?
15 points of slashing damage. But as he comes through, though, he does warp himself around the other strange meat man and around Barkbeard pretty easily. He still has to pull himself past you. If you want, it does provoke an attack of opportunity if you want to take free swing him.
That's you, Mono.
That's you.
Sorry. It's fucking glitching this shit out. I can't hear a fucking thing.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
guys hear me okay?
I'm hearing
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Are you
Other
hearing
than
me?
you are really quiet, we can't hear you.
Yeah.
Fucking
You're-
shit. All right,
you're
sorry.
audible.
What am I doing?
He did. If you want to take your reaction to attack him, he did move through in front of you.
Oh,
which
do
does,
I get my attack of opportunity?
your
Yeah,
attack of
I'll take it.
opportunity? Yeah.
Punch him.
Yeah, fuck you, you gooey fucking bowl of goo.
Got him.
33.
30, 33. 33 is gonna critically succeed.
Bang! Don't move around me, you fucking meat sack. 20 damage.
So again, your punch largely deforms, and this bludgeoning doesn't seem to be too effective. Doesn't quite bring him down as he swipes with a second clawed hand towards you as his last action here.
Oh, I raged, by the way, because I got hit. So...
You can
both
do one
reactions,
thing
you
as a
don't take one.
reaction. A reaction
Oh,
is a resource, like a regular action. You get one reaction, basically.
Okay, no, forget the rage. I swiped at him.
Well, I was like, all right, I can do all this stuff. This is the second swing's gonna hit you for a 15.
15.
Swing at you for a 15.
Oh.
That's the one you can meme. No, it's a 15 to hit you. Go, Mono, come on.
Oh, sorry. It's been a long week. Oh, that's a 15 to hit? Then
15
no.
to
That,
hit. All right, we
that
got
doesn't- That
there.
doesn't do shit.
We got there. Ara, you're up.
I'm sorry. I forgot how to find paths.
Yeah, we're also having Zoom issues, so it's a day. Today is a day.
You know the thing Arbus did? Want to step
Yes.
in? I want to do the same thing with another 15-foot colm.
But it's
You
not
really also have crashing waves.
I don't have crashing waves. I have this.
You have spicy hands. That's fair. So you blast a wave of fire into the room, and Barkbeard and the three inside
I'm like
the room.
all sopping wet, and then I'm blow dried super fast.
Just blow drying you, bro.
That's a reflex.
That's a
It's reflex. It's 25.
Okay, the one that's being held is going to critically succeed.
Ooh.
That guy's a god.
Barkbeard
Yeah,
He
is
is
going.
a god.
Dropping his form makes him a reflex wizard. This is just par for the course for these lads. It's the ones that are still stuck in Trog mode that are having a bad day. And Barkbeard regular succeeds. He critically succeeds. The two in the back. The first one critically fails. And the second one, so he's definitely dead. That's going to incinerate the one that's frightened too. He never had a chance. The one in the back is just going to succeed and take half.
Very good.
I got to get the play.
So,
And Barkbeard also takes half, so you're going to take 9 fire damage as well.
Okay.
This last one in the back of the room is going to come through. All right, he goes there. He'll go there. Are you speed 25? Yeah. He will also give up disguise, this so restraining disguise as a Trog, and just deform and warp his way around the group of you with ease to end up in the back line here, swinging a claw up towards Ara in retaliation for this great flame blasting across his face because he couldn't quite get to Arbus. Swinging at you for a villain point. It's gonna be
Oh no.
one of the ones from TNT DMD. We don't take natural ones here. Okay, fine. An 18.
He misses. I'm shorter than he expected.
You are much shorter than you expected. Recalibrating. He swipes down for 17. This dude's taking like way too much damage and doesn't even know where he is anymore. Selwyn.
Well, I'll move first here and then here. Like, that's the move. So I step
it's
around.
you step
Yeah.
not into.
I'm not
arrow
stepping twice.
So I usually have. You can't step through a hard corner.
Okay. You know what? That's fine. I have full confidence in my ability to kill this man. I'm just gonna step.
Okay.
For a 24 against the flat-footed.
24 will easily succeed, and you do not face the same difficulties that Zerg and Arabis have had, as with your slashing weapons, you cut through his muddy flesh with ease. And a 15
Take that,
is
Mr. Muttman.
actually going to cut him down entirely.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Wow,
He's taking
okay.
a lot of damage. He critically failed a crashing wave save, and then also got burning hands.
Well, I don't have urine next, but I guess I'll just regular intimidate this guy up here.
There's just the dead guys over here. Okay.
Oh, wait. Okay, so there's that guy, actually. He's scrapped.
He is
He's having a bad
restrained.
day. Yeah,
He's-
you're next. I don't have the feet, but I'll have the words. 27.
27 is going to succeed. So, restrained and now frightened 1. He is going to almost distend, losing his form almost completely as his arms retract into his body and he's left with just sockets where his eyes once were in his featureless face as he just gloops through Zerg's fingers, freeing himself
Ugh.
He's a
Ew.
gack.
before he swings down towards Barkbeard. And he is frightened, so this ain't going to be great. It's going to
He
be a
is
21.
flanking, though.
21 does
Oh, you're
not.
flat-footed. He is flanking you.
That is true, but I'm in mountain stance, and I am. Even if he tries to swing down, it's just he's resistant to bludgeoning, and I am also kind of resistant to bludgeoning. It just goes thunk, and it does make contact, but it doesn't do any damage.
All right, and he is going to swing again then. Second hand for a 19. Yeah, he's not getting it. All right, Zerg.
Yes. Fuck. There's this guy right. Oh, he's. So is this door like sort of all the way open?
It's fully open. From where you are around the corner of the door frame, he's going to have cover from you. But they seem to be dropping like flies. They don't seem to be really expert combatants. Kind of relying on their deceptive tactics.
What? I mean, given that it's a diagonal square, but it's a rounded door, what are the odds of me being able to reach around the door and, like, pull him out? Over Barkbeard.
Nah, over Barkbeard, pretty much impossible.
Okay.
You won't be able to get a good enough hold.
Then, Zerg is going to try and Can I nestle in there? Is Barkbeard's not taking up the whole space? I can stand over the guy.
Barkbeard
Barkbeard
does
is
while
small.
he's fighting. There's brutes waving everywhere. He does take up the whole space. You can try to get past the mudman in the doorway, but you by either attempting to shove him back, or by with athletics or trying to acrobatics through him. But those are the only two options for getting in like a solid fighting space. There's also this dude just kind of right next to you.
He's almost dead. Ara can take care of him. Don't
He is
trust the small beat.
Look at his face.
That felt very insulting.
You can do it. Zodic believes in you.
All right, what do you want to do, Zig?
Zog's gonna push his way through. 20.
20 succeeds.
Wow.
His floor DC is 19, which shoves him back into the room, and I assume you follow.
Get in there.
That's one action. Push him back to make
into the
yourself some
bedroom.
space. 2 left.
And that's not an attack roll, is it? That's just.
It
a
is an
movement?
attack.
It is? Okay.
Yeah,
So then
athletics to
we'll-
like manipulate enemies is an attack.
Then we'll punch him.
25 will hit.
25. 11. Bludgeoning.
Pretty resistant to it, but he takes some. As he's just kind of beating a weird clay punching bag here.
Yeah, gross. I've got a third action, right?
You do.
I'm going to grapple again. 32.
Alrighty. So that's at a minus 10 for being a third attack,
Ah,
which is
22.
a 22, which still succeeds. So you grab a hold of him.
I've got him, Barkbeard! Get
They're
him!
neither strong nor fast. Barkbeard.
I'm going to look down at looking at how Zerg is fighting and how they kind of resist. I'm gonna look down at one of my branches and kind of spiral it into a point, which is effectively drawing a spear
Okay.
with flavor.
Nice.
Okay.
Very nice.
I dig it.
And
Big
then
fan.
I'm going to like just shoot a stabbing arm, just trying straight through this. 34.
Oh.
How immune to crits are you? Not. Alright, well. That's gonna crit. And that will
So that's
punch straight through him, meeting almost 0 resistance as it does.
so piercing damage is so that'll do 18 damage, but does it just do nothing?
It does 18 damage and kills him instantly.
Right. So that's 2 actions. Then
Is it a
I
long
guess
spear or a short spear?
it's a spear. Long spear.
You got reach. You can hit the other guy.
Oh, cool. Yeah, long spear. Cool. So yeah,
Nice thinking,
that's
Poke him
super
around
nifty. So that's not very good. It's hard to get it through the door, like angling it through the door is very difficult, but I can, would that count as my flurry of blows if I change targets?
Yeah, you can absolutely just flurry of blows is just you make 2 strikes, unless it says it has to be the same
Oh,
target,
okay.
which it might. But go ahead and take a third action. I'll look it up
Make
real
2
quick,
Okay.
and you can just keep going.
Make 2 unarmed strikes if both. hit
Yeah,
the
you get a
same
bonus
target.
if they're on the same target. They don't have to be. On
Oh,
the same
okay,
target.
okay. Cool, well, let's try this again. Attack 3, 19.
19 will hit us flat-footed. He's grabbed.
So for 8 damage.
And punches right through him for 8 damage. Arbus.
The flurry has to be unarmed strikes, by the way.
Oh, does it?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Arbus.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm going to kind of walk / skip almost up to the door next to Barkbeard, peek in at Zerg in a fist fight with whatever the hell that thing is now, and it's gonna lean in and be like, "You did this to yourself," and then I close the door, sealing them into there together.
You bitch.
Round 1 with Zerg inside the bedroom.
Do you have 1 action left?
What are you doing? Reopen the fucking door.
Open the door!
We'll run up to the next door.
She's going through her belly, Sage.
Yeah, truly. What the
Ara.
fuck was that?
I walk up, I open the door.
All right, and
yeah, this.
you do the thing that you can do when you have one action left.
For a 32 to hit.
32
Remarkably
is
well.
absolutely going to critically hit.
For 20 fire.
Was that 40 fire then?
Yeah.
Oh, he's dead. He's
Oh,
incinerated.
nice. Well done.
He is. What happens when you open the door and yeet this spell in there, Ara?
Are these mud monsters? Is that what I'm getting at?
They
What are these?
They are flesh. They're definitely flesh, but they're strange, malleable flesh that almost like Clayface seems to be able to rebuild and restructure themselves almost as they please. They didn't like take a disguise off to stop being trogs. They just mutated their flesh until they weren't trogs anymore.
That's disgusting, and I
In
wish
an
I wouldn't have
instant as a
asked.
free action, so it's very fast.
Well, I pull off a handful of leaves and just toss them in there after Zerg's like, I was gonna kill the one Barkbeard killed, so I'm just gonna kill the one you kill. We're going to kill. And he just immolates immediately, cooking the fleshy flesh.
Would have
went-
liked it to be mud.
I really would have liked it to be mud.
I
Yeah.
like
Sounds like
it
burnt
better when
flesh.
they were
Smells
mud.
good.
This
Mhm.
is less good than it was before.
Oh.
So, as the last of these creatures falls, yet once more, the
Oh my.
spectral form of Zul manifests behind you. And this time, he seems to be as he always is. Standing tall, proud, somewhat just somehow with an air of condescending nature about him. Looking down at Selwyn, the closest across the group, and Arbus just kind of merrily skipping to this higher door.
As the hang goes, lad, you're looking a bit of spirits. Almost thought we'd lost you back there.
Raises an eyebrow down towards you. Well, to my surprise, you have driven the heretics from my home before they could corrupt the heart of our temple. And for that, unlikely event as it may be, you have my thanks. You've proven yourself dependable allies to my order. And Valar too. And what are you doing, Arbus, as he's speaking? Are you turning around or are you still going?
Yeah, I'm turning around, coming back once I see him appear. Paying attention.
You may not be the lost cause you appear. If you wish to peer into the ancient moonstone pools, I will not stop you. Come, Balatu. Motions with 2 fingers,
Yep.
beckoning you. He reaches up to the circlet on his head and pulls it off. Still a ghostly circlet in ghostly hands. He turns it around in his fingers and places it down onto the crest of Arbus's head. As he does, it gains color. The edge of its spectral form become more rigid. It seems to manifest materially as a crown on Arbus. A moonstone circlet, unbroken and undamaged. This diadem will grant you sight into the pools in our deepest chambers. I can teach you to unlock its power, but know that truth carries a heavy weight.
This I know.
Yeah.
Yes, I would
Well
like to
then.
learn this.
And closes his eyes and nods his head. Very well, then. You have overcome my expectations, admittedly low as they were. We shall take a break. And when we return, when we come back, everyone, perhaps some power, perhaps some knowledge, perhaps some discovery. We're getting into
Perhaps
weird
none of those
territory
things.
for our circle. What?
Perhaps none of those things.
Perhaps none of those things.
None of it.
But as he places this circlet upon your head, it becomes very real.
That's cool.
True Moonstone circlet, and his gifted to you with what final act of power he can lend you. We'll be right back in a couple of minutes, everybody. Hopefully Zoom/the internet is going to cooperate with us a little better. I don't actually think it was our internet. I think it is literally just Zoom is having a bunch of weird issues. So maybe that stops happening. Anyway, don't go far. We'll be right back. Off. Zul had reappeared here as we defeated what seems to be the last of the invaders underneath Moonstone Hall. Or at least so the ghost seems to claim. Giving his Moonstone diadem to Arbus, what manifests as a physical object from his ghostly form on her head. Here's your simple instruction. Stand before one of the Moonstone pools. There are 2 in the great chamber here, and 1 that was for the public up above near the atrium that I've not been able to access. And I stares off in the distance for a moment. Truth be told, I stopped counting days long ago. Clear your mind. Concentrate on whatever it is you wish to see within the pool. You want to learn. And speak the command word. Valatorum. If you join hands with others who focus similarly, you can share your vision among your allies here. I'm afraid that is all the help I can give now.
You've been most helpful.
And you have been surprisingly efficient.
Thank you.
Once more, without another word, the specter shimmers out from existence, leaving the group of you here gathered around these dead clay men in this eastern hallway. There is still certainly a good amount of this Lower Moonstone Hall that you haven't explored, but it seems that all the trogs had brought in with them, all that does not belong, has been purged.
Where is our little demon friend?
You wouldn't have heard from him today at all, because you looked for him earlier, too, after you'd rested and he hadn't appeared.
I guess I could go before we leave this area. Do you think we should open the rest of these just to check?
I pat out a few smoldering embers on the back of Barkbeard. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Not to worry. Not
I
to
think
worry.
we should just leave.
Now, who, out of curiosity, who is seeking while you're here? I don't remember who's on Seeker team.
I was, but I think I would rather be on. Well, I guess
thought
now I
you
can
were-
still be on Seeking.
You were seeking? And you're in the doorway, too. You and Zerg both can give me perception checks real quick.
30.
25.
Both of you would notice as you're in here, in this little small bed chamber off to the side, that crammed back underneath the 2 beds in the back corners of this room is something. Something particularly large and bulky under each of them.
Well, what is it?
As you lean down to get a better look at it, you can see that on either side of you, under either bed, the light shows the crumpled and battered bodies of a pair of trogs, so 4 total, just jammed underneath the bed frames.
Nice.
Do they still have their skin on them, or is
Yeah,
this?
they still they have their skin. They actually look almost completely unharmed. There are some superficial scratches and claw marks that assumedly had come from these strange clay men, but they don't look nearly as wounded as they should be for the fact that they're dead.
I'm surprised that was that hard to find. Well, I guess they were really stuffed under there. Interesting. Is there, see, many check marks around here. Although I don't know if this counts, as we did not directly kill those ones.
Yes, this doesn't count, unfortunately, for me, for my arm at least. I don't think I was in here. I mean, I did a lot of killing in a lot of places, but I don't think this I didn't shove. I don't bother. They're not worth hiding.
Yeah, this is true. That's a good point.
Do you feel any better with all of the killing?
Oh yes, much. It's very therapeutic.
Arctic. Yeah, therapeutic, yes.
Don't seem any better to me. I think you're lying.
Oh no, I feel great. Top of the world. This has been the best 2 days of my life. Very happy.
There's a sadness in you.
I haven't showered in a while. Maybe this is this. I'm a little hungry.
Well, there's word just like weird meat men. I don't know if they would have any flavor or not. I don't know about recommending eating any of those, although one is already pre-cooked.
This is good point.
Don't eat it.
Don't eat meat, people.
I wouldn't trust it.
Doesn't seem like the best possible idea. Well, I see.
I can get you food later, Zerg.
Okay, you taste test the meat man and you tell me if it's good.
Yeah, sure.
I see the Leshies gathering around this northernmost door here as they go to check. I assume
Balls
just
for
to
me.
check through the rest of the bedrooms.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
But this is not a bedroom. It is a hallway that turns to the left and wraps away to the north.
This is actually getting larger. I had assumed that the previous room was the last room, and now this room, and then it keeps going down. How big is this place?
I think we're
Oh,
almost
it's
towards the end of it.
ridiculous.
20 square feet big.
Okay, then.
So as you come into the room here,
Oh, that door was open.
you would see, I don't know what, I guess they just didn't put dynamic lighting on that door. You would see another door set at the end of a fairly plain, simple-looking stone hallway. It looks no different from most of the rest down here underneath the temple. But the door itself is, well, similar only to one other door that you've seen so far. It's large, heavy set in iron, in a sturdy frame with a large lock.
Someone.
What?
I think you could pick this one.
All right. I'll go up and start picking.
Do you want to
Give me about an hour.
Yeah. So,
Well, I guess while they're doing that, I do seem to have kind of a weird injury over here. I don't know exactly. Arvis, do you mind taking a look at this? It's kind of an
I was
awkward
going to
spot.
suggest it. I'm sorry I hit you with the giant wave. It got a little bigger than I thought it was going to be.
No, it was really quite good. I just was not expecting to feel quite so soggy afterwards. You know, my bark is normally very water resistant.
Ah, okay. Well, I can help fix you up. I need to fix myself up as well.
So as Selwyn works to open this door and Ara stands by to help preparing the picks as necessary, Arabis would be able to tend to herself, Barkbeard, and Zerg, whatever minor wounds the group of you may have, topping you all off.
Sweet.
And after realistically about a half hour of effort here, with this, again, surprisingly intricate and very heavy set and well-fitted lock, Selwyn would finally hear the musical sound of the last tumbler setting into place.
Oh, it worked. One time.
Told you could do it.
I'm quite
I never
impressed,
had
Owen.
faith.
I always had faith in you, Selwyn.
Ah,
I had no faith.
that's true. Me neither. I'll open the door.
Now, pushing it open, you reveal a strange kind of spiraling chamber here. This room is rounded, almost cylindrical, and bears a spiral of opalescent stones inlaid into the floor, almost kind of similar to a nautilus's shell. At the spiral's center, there is a fairly large, probably about 9-10 foot tall statue, stood with its hands, palms upturned, bearing a tin chalice rimmed with silver, gold, and ebony, swirling together around the rim as they work their way down towards the stem of the chalice itself.
I close the door.
He closes the door.
That's a trap room. I've seen statues before. They come to life and they kill you. I'll
Well,
start
now
leaving.
we have tiaras. You know, the last time
Nope,
it worked
I'm
great with
leaving.
tiara. No.
Not
Someone,
today.
now see here.
I'm outta
see
here.
I've got.
You-
Is the door
you're
locked
dying
again, or
alone.
did it?
I'm
No,
outta
the
here.
door is not locked again.
Don't worry, someone. It's okay. Look, it's totally fine.
I'm leaving as the voice gets more distant.
Now, when will you
What?
go?
There's
I'm
look at all
leaving.
of this. Oh, I
No,
see
that's a
gold
trap. It's a
right
trap for-
behind
it's-
the statue.
It's a trap for greedy souls. I've read about this in the book.
But you're a
But
greedy
you are a
soul.
greedy soul.
I
and it
am,
was-
yeah, and I know when not to
gold.
put my filthy fingers into
This
gold.
is
where
like
I
just
can't
yelling
steal it.
like 40 yards down the freaking hallway as your voice just echoes around several corners to get to you.
Like it's still growing more distant.
Mr. Batsky, can I
This
ask a favor of you, please?
Uh,
Can you go grab Salwyn and bring her back here so we can go into this room together, please?
Fine. Fine. I'll go wander off after Selwyn.
So Zerg makes his way wandering down the hallway.
If I see her start chasing me, I'm gonna start running.
You come around the corner and you'd see Selwyn making her way back through an area you probably would have been before, because it's definitely the most comfortable looking room of the Undercrofts. This well appointed and furnished, almost like a displaced living room suite with several tables and wooden chairs set around a fine rug. You see her like 40-50 feet down the hall, just going, just walking away.
Selwyn,
No,
come on.
no, it's evil.
Do I detect any
Stepping over
magic?
whatever this is.
I was right about
As
the
you're-
ghost, and I'm right here.
As you're detecting magic here, Ara, absolutely. You would detect a pretty powerful, twisted aura, and even the color coming out from your detect magic swirls together, much like the room and the rim of the chalice itself, with a black aura of conjuration mixed with the green of illusion, both radiating from the cup in the statue's hands.
Ha. So he gets all that with detect. Like, all right. So I have read aura. Does that even give us any more information? on top
Now
of
that detect magic has been heightened, read aura. The spells become the same spell as they
Yeah.
level up. Because detect magic
Oh.
starts with magic yes, no, and as it heightens, it starts telling you. He can only detect one thing. He detects whatever the strongest thing in his aura is, which is the cup right now. Read aura now, you can at the moment sense 10 objects at once. And at level 11, it's detect magic, but better because you can read aura on infinity objects at once. So the two cantrips become the same spell as they level up.
Weird.
They slowly become old detect magic.
Arbus has the in-text diadem on, and I can put on the other one because it looks rather dashing on me. But I fear maybe, Zerg, are you running Selwyn yet?
How's it
What
going,
happened?
Zerg and Solo? What's going on
I'm
down here?
coming, hang on!
I'm out of here.
Selwyn,
No. Stay away!
Selwyn.
Please,
No! We're not doing this!
you can ride on my back.
No! I've seen his shit before. We'll all turn to dust immediately. I read about it in Windiana Schmones.
What is this? What is Schmones?
Conqueror of the Lost Crucible.
Oh, I think I've seen this. Hang on, that's what's going to happen in there.
Yes! Why do you think I don't want to do it?
Fuck this, I'm coming with you.
Yeah.
Oh god. So as Zerg and Selwyn make their way kind of largely back towards the entrance, we still have Ara, Barkbeard, and Arabus. We hear these voices fading off into the distance, and...
What do you think, Arbus? What kind of feeling do you feel like the wind's with us?
I'm very curious. I will say this.
I too am very curious. I've got diadem on, so I really feel like I've got a good shot at this. Besides, if I die, then I can just crawl out, and then you can revive me again. I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
I don't want Selwyn to be right.
And she's never right.
The concern's not dying. The concern is Selwyn being right.
Now, even if she is, we just won't talk about it. So here, let's prove her wrong. Here, I'll go in. Don't worry.
One second. One second. Oh, I closed the door.
No,
As Barkbeard walks out of the room, Ara shuts the door behind him.
No! What are you doing? He's by himself in there.
I'm going to crouch down a little bit,
Barkbeard, don't go any
get
further.
my looking eyes in.
Oh god.
I have the intact one. This is only for the pool. I don't think it's for this room.
I see another door. I think that's the one we were trying to pick earlier.
You would see a door to your left of similar make and iron, almost certainly the one Selwyn was trying to get through previously. And with that custom shotgun 88, this is what I pay for, Zindern, giving you a 30-year-old one. For some reason, still encouraging you.
Well, nothing has happened yet. Don't worry. Let me just poke around a bit.
I want to yell down the hall. Selwyn, Barkbeard went into the room.
Not too bad. Guess he's dead.
Now, from the inside of these doors, Barkbeard, you would be able to clearly see the mechanism through which you can lock and unlock them. And as you step a little further into the chamber, the ghost of Zool manifests near the statue in front of you, a hand raised, palm facing you in warning. I wouldn't proceed were I you. The priests, long after my time, installed these doors and powerful locks to protect something dangerous. He turns and looks over his shoulder towards the statue and the chalice. I don't know what it is.
How do you not know? I thought you were the keeper of this place.
I am certain it is locked away for good reason.
We have a master lockpick. I'm sure this will be easy. Here, one second. Let me
with
go
that,
get her.
He disappears once more.
Barkbeard, what do you see?
Oh.
Ah! The old man popped up again, and he said that he thought that Selwyn could lockpick it.
He knew
That's
Colby
what he
for
said.
my name?
Yes. Well, maybe not by name. He just said it was a lock and it could be picked. I'm sure of it. That's basically what he said.
I can pick locks.
I know what Barkbeard is seeing. He's seeing the way to this next character.
No, he said that it was quite... don't mention this to Selwyn. He said it was quite dangerous. But an experienced, wise, gnomely shaped person could probably lockpick it without too much trouble.
That is oddly specific. I mean, it's entirely about Selwyn, probably.
Maybe she...
Close the door.
Maybe she's chosen. You know, the winds have brought her here with you.
They brought me to her, yes. Oh, maybe.
And so they must have brought us here at this moment in time.
grab Arbus's hand and start walking away.
Where are we
Meanwhile,
going?
with Selwyn and Zerg off in the distance, what's going on down here?
We're
You're
talking
out
about
of shouting distance of each other at this point,
Yeah.
so
I think me and Serg are having a energetic discussion about the Congress of the Lost Crucible.
you just stand in the middle of this walkway, just discussing one of your favorite novellas.
Yeah.
Fair
I thought Serg couldn't read, so I was very surprised to
Not
hear
read
about it.
But I've had it told to me many
Ah,
times. It's very
right.
exciting.
You know, I could teach you how to read, and we can actually read that together. I could teach you to read through that book.
But why would I spend the time to learn how to read when I can just hit things? It's a lot of time. It's a lot of learning. I just
It's
learn
true,
how to
but maybe
squish
Maybe there's
skulls.
books out there that teach you to hit better. Maybe there's some secret technique where you go, or say some weird words as you're
Do
smacking.
that again. Do that. Learn how to do what? I like this.
The
Okay,
following
maybe
the
I'll learn
sound
how to read a little bit.
following the sound of this conversation as you get a little closer and come back once more through this dining area adorned with fitted tapestries and again the only finely furnished place here. You come around the corner to see Zerg and Selwyn at this initial intersection where you'd first been confronted with the specters.
Selwyn, I don't know what you're worried about. I walked in there, not a problem, and walked in and ended up speaking to that slightly annoying ghost that pops
Right.
up every once in a while.
Now, Barkbeard, I will preface this conversation with I know that you're a compulsive liar. But, now, go on. What did he tell you?
Well, I mean, I would say it was something along the lines of we should go in and do something about it because it had a lock, and I've heard that you're very good at picking locks, and there could be something extremely valuable
Mhm.
inside.
And he said that.
No,
He
that's just what I
asked me my name.
surmised. Well, he asked for you by shape because you're very shapely, and many would notice this. Even I, in my time here, have noticed your gnomely shape.
I grab
Well-
Arbus's hand and start walking this way.
Yeah, I'm going with Aura.
Wait, come back. I need someone to
Also, we should
protect me from this lunatic.
Going towards the
Barkbeard,
reflecting
are you
pools.
following them?
Well, we do need to figure out these pools, too. I feel like maybe that'll give us some insight to how to lockpick that thing.
Something of you.
Well, I
And-
mean, we need to go to the pools regardless. So, sure. We're going nowhere near that fucking statue.
Uh-huh, yes, quite. Not to worry, of course not. We would never.
Aura. Why do I feel like I've known you my entire life, but I haven't. How is that possible?
Do you remember your entire life?
No.
Then maybe you have.
Okay.
Simple answers to simple questions. When you
he
arrive,
said that-
oh, you arrive back in this strange pearlescent moonstone chamber with a pair of pools. Was all I was gonna say. You can go ahead.
Ah, yes. Well, he said that we were supposed to line up around the pools, I think it was. One pool at a time.
We could pick whatever one I thought.
This one.
Perfect, yes, great. Oh, look, I'll stand next to someone. I think we're supposed to hold hands.
No.
Zerg, can you hold Barkbeard's hand?
Want this?
Everybody's supposed to hold hands. We form a giant chain so you can see what I see.
I hold hands.
You have very long arms. Ah, yes, quite.
You form together, linking hands around this moonstone pool, with the circlet still perched on Arbus's head. And what are you doing?
Trying to think of what I want to see. What do we want to see?
All of it.
That is kind of vague.
Isn't there a limited amount of memories in this pool?
We
Well,
also
what
don't
about
know.
Arden's throne? That was important information.
The throne.
Yeah,
location,
Zul wants
location.
us. Zul wants us to take the reflection thingy to his throne up in the mountains. I guess. I don't really know where that is or how to get there.
Then there was the beacons.
The beacons. There's a lot you can think about.
Well, since we don't know exactly what we're thinking about, we could just think about just all of it together. Sometimes you must, leave the road to find your path.
Let the wind guide us.
Exactly.
I like this.
I don't like this.
I don't like this. There's no paths off the road.
All right, I'm gonna start just thinking about it, all of it. Like he said, the throne, the beacons, all of it together. Close my eyes and say, Valatorum.
Did you focus and concentrate here? At that command word, your vision of this moonstone chamber almost kind of just dissolves away around you. The walls disappearing, the surface of the pool fading out. And replacing it is a vision of something completely and utterly different. The ripples on the pool's surface form together into a figure. A human. All of you are seeing this together, this shared vision. That you instinctively know is a rodent in his time on the world. Standing on a lofty peak above an island, a pair of islands below. As you see that landscape, 5 towers crowned with 5 gleaming white orbs rise against the sky. Rodin's hands reach from his mountain and touch each of these orbs, the reflection sparkling back upon him. He hefts up his long sword and a gemstone in the other hand, cut in the shape of a 5-pointed star, and begins to chant in an ancient language that just drips with power. And as he does, even with no understanding of what he's saying, his words evoke images of green growth, clear flowing waters, and radiant sunlight down from above. As this ritual completes, the orbs flare. Brilliant lines of golden light shoot out, linking, networking these towers together, crossing the miles between the structures, and all flowing with this verdant energy towards the mountain where Rodin stands. As he does, the sun overhead rises to its zenith and then sinks down, rising back, crossing the sky and sinking. Faster and faster till it reaches near dizzying speeds. And with this accelerated passage of time, you see the land flourish, seeded with life, and humans walking its surface. Above them, the 5 orbs orbiting each of their towers like the gems in a glistening crown. And then, in an instant, the throne atop the world is empty. Rodin has fallen. The life across the island fades to be replaced by desolation as the glowing golden energy linking the towers flickers, intermittent. Then, faintly, a new figure arises, indistinct at the peak of the mountain, overlaid with 5 separate gleaming reflections. This figure has much longer hair. Female, clearly, somewhat unkempt. As she reaches forward, light emerging from her 5 fingers to bolster the 5 failing orbs. With a blast of golden light across the islands, it illuminates Arabis's face, standing atop the mountain.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
And with that, it fades away to blackness before you realize you're staring once more at the surface of this pool. He's still kind of standing, hands linked in his chamber.
I let go of their hands and sort of back away from this. Go over here and have a moment by myself.
Hmm.
I didn't know Arabis had a twin sister. This is weird.
I know, right? Or an ancestor. Look very like you.
That wasn't Arbus.
Hmm.
So as you all are
Ah!
looking at this, as Arbus is kind of sat on her own in the corner here, you would see the ghostly figure of Zool kind of take shape behind her, looking down over her shoulder silently. Arbus wouldn't notice it, but any of the rest of you looking her direction would freely. And
Alright.
1 point of the hero variant for the reluctant Team Mom. Keep them puns and horrible jokes coming from Handsome Ganker. Thank you for the support. And Rustdog, thank you for the resub as well.
Encouraged ever onwards. So, something you want there, champ?
Champ.
He does not acknowledge you. Still just looking
Are there like a
down at Arbus.
hello?
Step up to him, literally just gonna wave your hand in his face.
I'll touch him.
As you touch him, did you make me a will save?
You like rolling dice?
I like rolling the
You
dice.
too like rolling dice. Everybody loves rolling dice.
23.
23. You feel a rush of emotion as you touch him, and it's kind of overflows you. This dread, almost
Yeah.
existential dread, not for yourself, but you have forced upon you the feeling of compassion. Dread and worry for not just your allies, not even just the circus, but for all of humanity. And you are stupefied one by the weight of this.
Good thing that rarely matters to me. Rarely. Hello, Mr. Ghost?
What did I just see, Zul? The future or something that has already happened?
I'll look at our. So are we not hearing this conversation? This is like a scene playing out without our interference. We can touch, but we can't interact.
Oh, did you touch the ghost?
I touched the ghost. It wasn't great.
Yeah.
This was a prophecy
Jesus Christ.
laid down
wait,
in
sorry.
my time. Here in Moonstone Hall, by a powerful diviner. I had a hand in witnessing its origination, but I did not complete it. I did not create it. This is the prophecy of the Valatu. A child who will take the golden mantle from the verdant beacon.
Just kind of strange, actually, seeing it played out. My whole life, they tell me I have greater meaning, and then to see a future or possible future.
I assume, given your reaction, that much as I had surmised and in fact insisted, the druids I left you with did not properly prepare you for what may yet come to pass.
They certainly tried.
Now,
Left me with them.
he just kind of gestures with a hand to the dead Trog priest and the Stegosaurus here in this very chamber.
Yeah, by the way, you're welcome.
You have seen what has befallen our once grand temple. Your fate held value. Value perhaps greater than any Censor Odin himself. Even I was unable to escape my fate. Your safety had to be ensured. We were priests, clerics, diviners. Our magics were strong in their way, but not powerful enough when it comes to manipulating material things and realities. We needed the Druid's ritual to keep you until your time came. However many hundreds or thousands of years that has been.
That's a lot.
Humanity sucks.
He just kind of gestures with a hand towards Arubis in general, and I take it by your magic and your guys here, they saw fit to fill your mind with their own teachings rather than to prepare you for what may come to pass, what needs to be done. Prophecy is a strange creation. As clear as they may be, they're always deceptive in their way. Some, given circumstances or their origins, even outright fabrications. With something like this, it was a risk we could not take.
But this is Erodin. I am the Stormborn.
You are a child of Erodin, Valatu. That is his title. Not of Gazra. Not of wind, air, and water. Of humanity. Of all our civilization.
I feel like there's a conflict of interest here.
I feel like the druid she was left with failed.
The Druids understood well enough the weight of this vision. That whatever they believe, whatever traditions they revered and studied, the fall of the Starstone Isles draws strong parallels to the loss of the Aslanti Empire. It is but the first in a series of falling stones, as the pebble precedes the landslide to herald the end of man's time on this world. And with the Rodin's loss, it now seems, perhaps, given, he just kind of gestures to the group of you, this, all but certain.
So you can see us.
He's just been ignoring us.
Right, okay.
Like
Now, I
I do to
wasn't
you
sure if he was
sometimes.
blind or an asshole. Neither were particularly flattering.
He turns to Selwyn, looking at you directly. I voiced my
Hey.
concerns with leaving the tutelage of the young Valatu in the hands of these druids, but was overruled.
You know they
And-
didn't even give me a name. They never treated me like anything but a weapon. You left me with these people. It was not my family.
It was not my choice.
I don't know, all in the great name of prophecy.
I wanted you kept here. But the druids would not perform their rites outside their holy grounds. And again, perhaps it worked out as it needed to. Perhaps, even in death, Rodin's hand still guides us. We had little choice, Valatu. Our only alternative was to leave you to the winds of chance.
Yeah, wins. Good one.
He is kind of funny.
Yeah. That wasn't bad for him, for an old
But
ghost.
the last I expected, even in my worst nightmares, was you to come accompanied by clowns and trees.
Hey, I take offense to that.
I would
don't.
not be here if it wasn't for these clowns and trees. They're the strongest that I know.
Thank you.
Sir, I think she's throwing shade on you.
And he points out to Zerg specifically. At least there is one among you who also bears a Rodin's touch, so I can take some
That's
small
racist.
solace in that.
Wow. Well, don't you worry, Mr. Ghost. No matter what you say about me or someone, or I look over at Barkbeard, I guess, we're gonna protect Arbus to fulfill your prophecy.
No, we're not doing it to fulfill any prophecy. We're doing it despite the prophecy. Well,
Well, we're doing whatever Arbus wants to do.
you know,
What is this about touching? No one touch me.
I walk over, I touch Zerg.
Okay, now I've been touched. I get it.
You all believe what you choose to believe, but as I said, the burden of truth is a heavy one. You have now witnessed the prophecy handed down with the birth of your friend, of her future, of the power born into her, the light not seen since Rodin himself still sat in his throne atop the courthouse mounts.
Well, I see now why the forest tower woke me up. As this would sustain the greater woods. This must be so. Even if it saves such as the willow trees.
As he looks over to Barkbeard, down to Ara. From this one, I sense nothing. No mark of history. Or any
ooh,
value or worth seeps from this pile of twigs.
because she's not a human.
But you, strangely, and he turns back to Barkbeard, there is a glimmer of light in you yet. Perhaps a manifestation of mixed wills. The fate of Rodin, guided by the flowing hand of Gazra. Or, and turns back to Arbus, even an extension of the will of the Valatu herself, perhaps. My vision clouds ever further with years.
Want me a pile of twigs?
He
That's
doesn't
kinda rude.
acknowledge you at all.
He
He's
just called.
talking to Arbus.
I am a highly handcrafted.
You will do with this
doll.
what you will.
I hate you.
My time in this is over. And the
Oh,
gift of
thank the
prophecy
stars.
is the last of that which I can offer to you. And finally, With no further word, he fades.
Oh,
back
finally.
out,
Produce
disappearing
flame right
once
where
more.
his ghost was.
I thought he would never stop talking.
He's a very insulting old man.
I know.
Zerg,
And I've met a lot of insulting old men.
Wait, what?
What? What?
What?
I would turn a
right.
very kind of interested gaze over to Zerg and be like, Zerg, have you ever gone by any other name, Zerg?
Zerg Bonefist is new one. Zerg the Destroyer, Zerg the Crusher, Zerg the Lifter, Dumbass. That one did not last long.
The first two, he never.
There was one guy called me Zerg with a C.
Ah,
I was not happy about this. I think he was either deaf or stupid. But
did someone call you Zerg with an S?
it might have been with an S. Again, spelling words, not strong point for me.
SW is so
there was
strong.
one time that they called me Zerg the Fantastic. This was I dabbled in magic for a little bit, but it was not for me.
I'll go up and elbow him. I bet the other calls you Zerg the Fantastic.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I'll keep that in mind as we move along.
Do you have a mind to keep?
Well, it's debatable some days, you know. Well, that was quite enlightening.
I'm going to dismiss almost everything that man said.
Same. In fact, I won't even stop it almost.
How can you just dismiss everything he says?
Because he ignored us and was extremely racist and old.
Because he only sees what he wants to see.
Also
He
that.
doesn't listen to anyone else.
Saw
He
what
also didn't
I
even-
saw.
He didn't even mention the cat.
Fuck the cat, Selwyn. You always talk about the cat. We're
Because
talking
she's
about the
behind
fate
all of
the
it.
entire world now.
Look, everything that's happened here so far has been actions where that fucking cat, if not directly, is partially responsible.
You saw it was me.
Look, you didn't fuck up Moonstone Hall. The trucks and the cat did. And why is it your duty to clean it in the first place? Why is that your job? Who cares?
Because it's what was I born to do.
It's not Arabis's job.
Sorry?
It's not Arabis's job.
Yeah, right, yeah.
It's the Turas. But Arbus is here right now, and Arbus has to make this decision. But for now, I want sunlight. For I am 2 days
Yeah.
deep in this hole, and it
now
sucks.
For your regularly scheduled program of the cat fucking with us, let's see what she's been up to while we've been gone.
Oh, I trust. Who else is up in the camp? The professor.
Well, I trust the professor, but he's not really a fighter, is he?
What about Miss Tulip?
Well, she's a little...
She can scrap.
Yeah,
And the rat people. Sniggles and company.
yeah. We have some, yeah.
And the dwarven throwers.
And the dwarf... Wait.
I don't know their names. Just
Wait.
thrower 1, thrower 2.
Well, yeah, I know... But fuck, I actually don't know
Didn't
their
they
names
drink
either.
Mr. Batsky and
Yagi, Magi, Sorgan, and Vergen.
Yeah, Yagi,
Alright,
Magi,
close
Sorgan,
words.
Morgan. Yes.
I actually
They're
don't
fun
know
to
their
watch.
individual names other than Yagi have ever come up before.
No, I never will.
But they're fun to watch when they fight.
I've never seen them fight. I've only seen them drink.
Well, you haven't stayed around for what happens after the drinking.
I have. I have Windows.
Anyways, sure Zerg is hungry.
That's true. Are you hungry?
Always.
Yeah, he's always hungry.
Do you want some of the tankard? And I'll hold up my flask.
What?
Say if you're thirsty, there's some vodka.
Yes, vodka is good.
Aragot91, thank you for the follow. So where are you guys heading? Are you making your way out here, or? are
You
doing
know, we
anything
should really
further
go
with
for the Den of
Moonstone Pool?
Thieves. Just close it up nicely.
I need fresh air.
Well, we should go
You've
for the
been
Den of
underground
Thieves,
for
right?
some time.
Happen.
What if there's a bounty on all those thieves?
Someone?
What?
Can we just go home?
You know, that is the saddest way a plan has ever phrased something to me. Fine.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I want to see Cubby.
We all
So,
do.
we're forsaking the statue with the chalice in the spirally room.
Yes,
It's locked.
we are forsaking
I
the
guess
fucking
so.
trap.
I can spell death.
Yeah.
I mean, I got 2 people in the party not letting us go in, so I mean, I'm not
I am
gonna-
also, as a small stepping out into a little meta here, never seen Paizo put that many red flags on anything in the history of ever. But like, because I didn't make that up. It is hard written that Zool appears and when you go in and you're like, whoa, maybe don't do that. Like, I mean, like
And despite that, do you know how close we came to death?
we still
Because this
pushing it.
party's moronic beyond belief.
It's charming.
Ugh.
so you make your way for perhaps the final time back through the halls underneath Moonstone Hall, journeying out until you reach the stairs, climbing back up towards the upper level, where
Put on
you
our little
would
diadems, make sure we don't get smooshed.
immediately be a little stymied by the fact that the door you'd come in through, that you had shoulder bashed open, appears to be closed and sealed once more.
Oh, nice.
Put on my tiara again. And then shoulder bash it the other way.
Make me an athletics check.
Oh gosh,
Ooh,
terrible.
That was a ride.
19.
And again, this is a. The door here is a humongous dual stone abomination. But a 19 smashes through it, almost destroying the
Oh, no.
mechanisms of the latch and the lock and blasting it open outward. Where you
Ah,
once again
I
see
did
the enormous
Not
statue that
expect that.
standing warden for this room, still kneeling where it had been left. It makes no motion as you
good.
enter the room with the circlet on your head.
Good day, sir. We're just passing through again with the, yes, good work. Good work. You're doing a great job. Very good. Definitely put this on your monthly report. Yes. The raises this year. It's going to be great.
Stop moving!
Well, we're trying to leave.
Let me group you!
No, we're trying to
Travel
leave.
nugget.
Everybody's panicking around.
Let me, like,
I just
want to
wanna go-
There, like, it's like literally
Right,
trying
yeah, I
to
thought
gather
I was
up our
being-
freaking rats. I find out he's immediately start crawling away again.
I just want to do the right down the by.
So, as you make your way back out, this statue making no move to address you, you come back to the strange green misted room, and Barkbeard and Zerg, I believe, are the seekers. Make me perception checks. No reason.
Hmm.
Oh wow.
Oh, it's a good thing Zerg's on the case.
They're
Jeez.
very much suspicious here. You would notice the green rune in the center of this hallway has reignited.
Oh,
Barely visible through the mist.
Time for round 2.
So, do we just start sprinting?
Everybody, I promise it wasn't me. But there is a green nasty stuff.
Can we step around it?
You
I
can
had tried that before.
you can attempt an acrobatics check to move through the hall without triggering it.
All right. I would like to go first.
All right, give me
As I
acrobatics,
am-
Selwyn.
Time to fuck this up.
Hmm.
God.
34. I didn't fuck this up.
Pretty
Yeah,
good.
you will as you move up very cautiously towards it. You're able to approach and even get within range of like reaching the thing without it going off. Now you would know that in the kind of magical rune that it is, if you were to scratch through and mar it very carefully, very correctly to alter that sigil with a thievery check, you could disable it permanently.
All right.
Oh.
Guys, crazy idea. I could disable it. Now, I would like for you to stand somewhat close to me. Not on the rune, but just when I fuck this up.
Selwyn, if you can fuck it up, don't do it.
Well, you can always fuck it up.
Just do it, Selwyn.
All right, it's
Well, can I change to shielding?
Absolutely.
It's my prophecy.
Yeah, you can change your exploration activity whenever you want.
You're just
And,
mocking me now.
JBL 9615,
A
thank
little
you for
bit,
the
yes.
sub. Made that sub fuel this roll.
Now,
Rolling dice.
we like rolling dice.
We like rolling
We
dice.
like rolling dice.
That's 28, not bad.
With a 28, you would carefully, with your thieves' tools, scratch through the stone, connecting one line to another, altering the sigil. And then with a surge of magic racing through this new arc, the light would fizzle out. The rune disabled.
See, Selwyn's the best at this.
I am 1 for like 10.
You're 1 for 1. I've only seen you scratch one of those ruins once.
It's true. First time I fucked up the attempt to even get close to it before I triggered it.
Yeah, you did just activate it immediately.
Yeah, I failed my acrobatics.
So as you move your way back through past the bodies of the dozens of shrugs you've murdered here, you do notice as you leave that room to the south with the strange purple pool with the eye of a rodent atop it, which you had just kind of forsaken before. Nothing coming of it. But think to what Zool had told you. There were 2 of those moonstone pools down below. One up adjacent to the atrium for the public.
This
This
one's
is
kind of
almost
purple now,
certainly
though.
that pool.
This seems hella corrupted.
Want to take
Does
another
pretty
look?
clearly look hella corrupted, yeah.
I think that's
How
a bad
could we-
idea.
How could we uncorrupt a pool of corrupted nonsense?
If you, as you all notice this here, is anybody investigating or recalling knowledge right now?
No,
No?
never.
Could be.
Well, as like, I mean, if Barkbeard and Selwyn, as you're kind of thinking about this, you can swap that for a moment if you want. You
Sure.
can give me an Arcana, Occultism, or Religion check.
You're rolling too early, Barkbeard. You need to roll after mine so you don't fuck it up.
Oh, I didn't want to pressure you.
Another
you know.
17.
Barkbeard, as you look at that, and look at the blood-smeared walls of this marble room, the corruption of this pool is a corruption of its divine energy. That being the source of the prophecy and all of the magic the clerics in this hall once had, of course. So, this can be undone. The pool can be purified again by paying proper obedience to the power that had seated it there in the first place, to the dead god Erodin.
Well, does anybody know anything about paying respect to Rodin?
Yeah, whatever.
What? Do I know anything?
You give me religion,
That's
or Arcana, or Occultism.
Well, I guess I can't roll again.
Yeah, that's this is.
natural 20 with
Oh,
a
nice.
24.
Oh,
With a
nice.
natural 20, you would definitely, even just kind of looking from the outskirts here at this room, seeing that it quite clearly has this faded mosaics around the walls that have been disfigured with the smeared blood finger paints the Zolgats have pasted up all over it. These mosaics, were you to clean away what the Zolgats have drawn, may very well guide you to the kind of deific obediences that could repurify this pool.
Like instructions.
Do you have any of those water spells that you had down there, or no?
Want to come down here? I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation and clean off blood a little bit at a
I mean,
time.
prestidigitation is going to start. It's about as the equivalent of manually scrubbing it away with the brush, so you get in there.
Oh, I can't really do any more water things.
Behold, the power of 2 times prestidigitation. And all
Oh,
that.
we had an extra one hidden.
Extra prestidigitators. So the two of
It's
you
such a
start
hard word to
casting
pronounce.
and cleaning away the dried gunk that the trogs had just drawn all over the walls with. Definitely starting to make some headway, but with the two of you saving a project, it's going to take probably at least an hour.
Word.
If since I've got like branches and whatnot, I could work kind of like a scrubby brush.
You could definitely just brush regular without magic, yes.
Well, this way I don't have to get my
Try
hands
to help.
dirty.
So, Arvis, what are you doing as I start trying to clean the room here?
Well, I mean, I could study the process of what needs to be done to pay respect.
Well, you can't really make out a whole lot about the mosaics until they're cleaned up.
Oh, well, shit. Looks like I gotta get my hands dirty too.
So the group of you start working, scrubbing through this, out of as much curiosity as anything else, really. And you slowly each start to work away the blood, revealing more and more of the mosaics around the room. And there are 3 of them, mainly along this western wall here, where Selwyn and Ara is the main place you're going to be clearing, that seem to depict a trio of people, kind of similar to a couple of Verodin's guises from the statue room down below. As you clear more and more away of what they are, after about an hour of work here, you have them largely cleaned off, still marred here and there, definitely with rampant discoloration. But you can certainly tell from left to right, you have an image of a carpenter working at his stall to build a chair. A musician sat on a rock in nature, playing a lute, and a scholar in a library, copying a text. And as you look at these, any of the 4 of you can also roll me another religion, arcana, or occultism. Try and put this together.
How about press fireball? I want that to be out there.
Oh, solid. Look at these. Look at these. Literally all successes. You guys are so good at stuff. So the 3 of you each look up at the 3 closest to you. Ara, contemplating the carpenter here. And you know enough about the basic worship of Rodin to know that he does glorify the very basic activities of humanity. And that's taken quite literally. A lot of paying homage to Rodin is quite simply these basic tasks, like the 12, again, the guises that someone identified down below. A proper homage to this carpenter and this task would be similar crafting or repair tasks, even mundane. Barkbeard, you look up to the musician. You know that art, music, is part of what makes, well, humans human. And that creating something similar to this as well within this room may help to bring the divinity back into this pool. And so
Sounds good.
with this scholar, knowledge is its own reward a lot of the time. You've already been working through here, but this scholar, this historian, was documenting something. Knowledge and recollection, the very art of writing down history, is the key to this 3rd act of obedience.
Oh,
Does anybody know? He's
sit-
dead.
I sit down on the ground, reach into my pack, pull out a little knife, pull out a little block of wood, and start carving away.
Am I the only one here who can write?
I can
Right.
also write.
Hmm.
Do not, in fact, have any paper though.
So as you discuss this, and Ara is sitting down, even just kind of starting to whittle away, you see the surface of this pool, this purple water, start to ripple a little, even now seeming to be affected by even just the beginning of Ara's work.
This says artistry or performance. You know, haven't you been taking dance classes? Wasn't that what you and Arbus were working on? I feel like someone of your skill, someone of your, your presence would really just give inspiration to this pond of toxic fluid.
I do not dance anymore. This is dream long dead. No care for this anymore. No care. But Arabis is fantastic dancer. You go.
Gotcha. Arbus, I really feel like it might work better if
I step
We-
right in front of Zerg and start to do my interpretive dance. It's just staring at him
Oh
the whole
no.
time.
All right.
So, you doing your circus trick, basically?
Kind of, but I mean, she's able to just improvise too.
Yeah, you can roll me the same check you use for your circus. What is it, nature?
Okay, yeah.
Whatever you use to perform your trick.
23.
I mean, that's a 10th level DC. It succeeds. So, as you perform here, and Ara is working away carving, and Barkbeard and Selwyn are still sort of in the corner trying to put together how you're going to do this third one. The ripples in the water out from the statue emanate a splash, a small wave, as if something had been dropped, as if the statue had been plopped into the center of this water. And the liquid itself appears to be much thicker than normal water. And as it starts to react with, again, even simple mundane performances in front of it, as is the worship of Rodin, whatever corruption there is in the pool starts to violently get forced out of the water. The water itself rising as one of these waves, splashing up on each end of the pool and in the middle, near as 3 pseudopods, like tentacles almost. The corruption manifesting, taking form itself as strange, formless piles of
Ugh.
flesh and eyes.
Hey, I remember
and
you,
teeth.
Jibber Mouth.
And
Ugh.
as they're forced out from the water, a hideous, overlapping, groaning, babbling noise emanates forth from them, piercing and burrowing into your minds. And I'm gonna need everybody to roll me initiative.
Wasn't clicked on my fucking token.
I love my siren skip for this one. It's madness. It's actual madness.
I don't like it.
I feel like we're baited.
It's the one on me. I forget what it is.
You drained one.
I'm drained.
Oh no, someone was drained one.
I'm doing
Oh, okay.
I had it on the wrong person. I had to put him
I was
back when I
like,
moved over this map.
Damn.
What the fuck did I do? Okay.
Now, the grand reveal, I guess, are they immune to intimidate?
I would assume so.
We'll
Yes.
find out.
They are. No! They are not mindless.
I'll intimidate this one. We're 27. I rolled
27.
so many 8s.
You
on the
strike some
initiative.
fear into the heart of this weird babbling blob. And Barkbeard, as you're pulled away from your discussion here to react, you hear this insane babbling overlapping voices, almost dozens of them, coming out from each of these three strange masses. I need you to make me a will save.
Okie dokie. 7. Ooh, that might be a session reroll right there. That's pretty bad. Let's try that again.
It hasn't even used the session reroll yet.
20.
All right, you're up. You feel it kind of bore into your brain, making it difficult to think about, not enough to mechanically affect you.
This is rather alarming. So I'll kind of turn around. I guess I'm gonna kind of root down into the tiles here, get into stance, move over, and as I'm moving over, just try and gonna move over to hit this one next to Arbus. But it's so gross looking. Yeah,
It's
so I'm gonna hit
beautiful.
it.
Don't bully
It's
him.
not beautiful. No, it's not beautiful. It's really gross
Beautiful
looking.
lad.
Oh, it's Barkbeard feels the same way.
He doesn't want to touch
He's
it.
like starts hitting it. He's like, oh.
This is where he draws the line.
Yeah, this is where he draws. Second hit though,
25 will hit him.
and it just like cringes as a branch just whaps into this for 17.
And as you strike it, this thing almost is a formless pile of flesh. Is this bludgeoning damage?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have your forceful in that damage roll?
No, I did not, in fact, do that. I always forget about the forceful.
Then
What is
as
the
you
forceful?
smash into it with your falling stone strikes here, your bludgeoning slams seem to be very effective against the fleshy mass that these things are. And it's going to take extra damage.
Oh, 50.
Yeah, weak to bludgeoning. That's
that's
you.
my
And
turn.
then on the bottom, this strange babbling heap is just going to, let's see real quick, surge out from the pool. Over Ara as it reaches out into the corner. And Ara, I need you to make me a reflex save.
Shoot, won't pull over. There we go. Reflex. 23.
So just barely you're able to throw yourself out of the way before this thing kind of just rolls over you. But as it passes, some of these mouths and maws on the sides and the back grasp out with biting teeth towards you for a 29.
29 hits.
And as they scrape and bite, you are going to take 17 points of piercing damage. And as they wind by ripping at your flesh, you are also going to start to bleed. Arbus, give me a will save against this babbling, this overlapping insanity.
Okay. That's a nat 20.
We are, in the name of God. It's absolutely no effect. That almost that critical succeeds. You are totally fine.
Okay. I was dancing when this happened, and I
You
was
were.
facing Zerg, so it's kind of catching that it's happening out of the corner of my eye. I'm going to continue my dance and kind of using Zerg as a frame, almost sort of force him to participate. And kind of, I'm doing it myself. Like, I'm leading myself, but I'm making it look like he did it, and kind of like spinning me off to the side, away.
Okay.
Over to here. And then I get here, drop to a knee, and throw my hand forward, electric arc to the one in the middle there, and then the one that hit Aura.
Okie dokie. And they will make some reflex saves here.
They don't look super reflexive.
They don't. The one on the bottom corner is going to be pulling out a 21, so he's going to fail. They're both going to get 21s, actually. So they both fail.
Yes, 17 to both then. electricity.
It's 17 and 17. That seems to land perfectly fine. They don't seem to have any particular weakness or resistance to that. Zerg, make me a will save against this mind-boring babbling.
18.
So with an 18, this sort of almost overwhelms you. Whatever this moaning, this noise, this chatter coming out from these, you can't think straight, you can't barely even see straight, and you almost lose track even of where you are. Roll me a d8.
Oh, I don't like where this is going.
Oh, I know exactly where this is going.
1.
I'm a hero point that.
Well, I mean,
Wait,
You can't.
the will save or?
Oh yeah, I'll just hero point the will save then. That makes sense.
Well, it's kind of late. Kind of late.
No, that's
for
fine.
that.
Then I'll roll that.
Yeah,
the
you can only
D8's
hero
just
point
generating me a
D20s.
random number. That's not like
Yeah.
yeah, he's just coming up with whatever.
that's
Oh,
a
I thought it
random
was,
number.
like, something. Okay, yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 then. I thought something really horrible had just happened. Kind
It
of.
could be horrible. We don't know yet.
If it's the same
Okay.
as in 1E, I have a feeling.
Overwhelmed by rage at the sight of this, Zerg is gonna rage, stride to Arbus, and make me a strike.
Oh
Fuck.
no.
That's not what I wanted to happen. In fact, that's worst case scenario in my head.
Oh lol.
A 19 to hit you, Arbus.
So I'm on my knee and I see him come running at me. Oh, Jesus! I lean back as he punches the wall where I was. Whoa!
I was
Mr.
literally gonna
Basket.
do it like, I was just doing it around the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and he got a 1. So as he swings, slamming his fist in the wall above you, Ara.
Aura. Make you a will save.
Make me a will save.
Is it emotion? Is it an
It is an
emotional effect?
emotion effect, yes.
I get a +1 to it then. And if it's success, this is the critical success.
Alright.
Well, Aura does not care.
Ara has no emotions. Ara's an animate doll.
Undaunted. Thank you.
An undaunted animate doll.
Well, I'm still. Like, I was in the middle of doing something, so I kind of side-eye this thing. And I juxtapose my shield between me and it, Ray shield, and I point my finger out, elemental toss with it right next to me.
I forgot you had the shield. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. That's fair. Now with an elemental toss coming out, the point blank. He does not have any
27 to
ammo.
hit.
27 will absolutely hit him.
For 23 fire damage.
Alright. It's burning
And so-
a large chunk of his flesh. You got 1 action left.
And I realized this earlier. I do it again.
You
I-
can't just do it twice.
I hero point
Ooh.
Ooh.
for -5, so 25.
25 will hit him again.
For another 19.
The back and forth 2 handfuls of fire. And at the end of the turn, just roll me a flat d20 to see if your condition ends. You are going to bleed for 1 point of damage.
11.
Still bleeding. It's just a flat check to see if it ends.
Yeah.
So this blob in the middle of the pool is also quickly going to roll outwards towards the middle over Barkbeard. I need you to give me a reflex save.
21.
With a 21, as he rolls over you, you're unable to get out of the way in time as you're kind of rooted. These various maws and mouths and flesh just come over you like a wave. You are grabbed and slowed 1.
Okay.
And you take 15 points of piercing damage. And as it rolls up towards Selwyn, the wave of maws snaps, biting and lashing out towards you for a 23.
And I don't like this. And I block them all with my blade.
And you are up, Selwyn.
I am. Well, Barkbeard's been eaten. That ain't good.
Barkbeard
I
is
somehow-
definitely inside that blob.
Yeah. Well, let's see if we can cut him out. Sadly, I don't have any allies to fight with, but I suspect it wouldn't
Are
matter.
you technically flanking with Barkbeard? He's threatening it.
You know, I
You
assume
have
it doesn't
gang up.
matter.
You're
Yeah.
ganging up from the outside and the inside.
I feel like this is the bait. I know what these creatures are.
What are you doing, Selwyn?
Well, I'm obviously attacking, but I may as well make the normal attack, right? I'm not getting the sneak attack. Let's be real.
They are actually not immune to precision damage.
Right. But how
they
am
do
I
have the
flanking?
thing, yeah. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. I
Is
saw
gang
so
up
many of
flanking,
those.
or is it just their flat foot?
I'm pretty sure it's flanking.
All right, fair enough. 28 though is still definitely gonna hit,
Yep.
and it's gonna strike
14 damage.
this creature for 14 points of damage.
Oh,
And-
also one thing, right? Just getting that one out of the way. Hero point.
I did forget about that for you. Please don't make me regret. Oh, whew, that was a scary d20. You're good.
Yeah.
As your blade slashes through, it cuts through this pile of flesh cleanly and easily, but the gash left behind near immediately grows teeth snapping out at you.
What the
And-
fuck?
This new maw is gonna
Yeah.
bite towards you for a 25.
Well, 23 didn't cut it. 25 will.
And it's gonna bite you for 14 points of piercing damage
Youch.
and cause you to bleed as well.
What the fuck, bleeds cheat?
That's probably my favorite flavor of attack of opportunity I've seen in Pathfinder 2nd
Yeah,
edition so
yeah,
far, by
just
the way.
like-
You cut open and it immediately becomes a new mouth and bites you.
Yeah. Well, let's try stabbing it again, I suppose.
I mean, yeah, it took all the damage. Like,
Yeah, for 27.
cuts it again.
Sweet. And Well, which one did
And-
I intimidate?
As you slash through it once, it was the bottom one, but it had its turn already, so it's not.
Yeah,
fighting
I
anymore.
know. It's just a for.
As you slash through it once and twice, you cut Barkbeard free
Oh, sweet.
from
Barkbeard.
this mass within the thing.
Oh,
Yeah, not so tough are you now, you big ugly slime? Yeah. I'll intimidate. 430.
The one in front of you?
Yep.
That critically succeeds. He's
He can't understand my words, but my soul is threatening him.
Not he's just frightened. Alrighty, and then the third one is gonna roll on over. But as it's rolling towards Barkbeard, a jet of what appears to be spit is gonna shoot out from one of these maws towards you. For a 29.
and that is going to hit. That catches me. I'm kind of surprised to be outside of this other one, actually.
You've had a confusing 6 seconds. This is still the first round. But as this thing hits you, it's gonna catch you right in the face and immediately start burning and sizzling. You're gonna take 17 points of acid damage, and I need you to make me a fortitude save.
Ow.
Ow.
That's what I said.
30.
Even as it just strikes around your face, you feel the acid on your skin, but even though you're pretty sure none of it hit you in the eyes, you feel your pupils burning madly. But you blink it away and steady yourself and don't suffer any worse penalties. Barkbeard. Oh, also, so you bleed at the end of your turn.
No.
Do I
You
have to
take
redo
two.
the will save?
Yes. No, you passed, so you're good.
Ah, okay.
Should leave.
This is an interesting situation, and I'm still slowed.
No, you're out. You were slowed because you were inside him and kind of restrained. You're out now.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see what we can do here. I'm going to reach for the one that had me grappled or inhaled or whatever it's called. I don't even know what it was doing to me. It was weird. There were weird tongues in weird places, and I'm not okay with it.
Oh no!
Stop!
no.
Stop! I hate it.
So I'm gonna wrap around and try and squeeze some of the life out of it a bit, break some teeth, you know.
Hmm.
Oof.
Barkbeard really doesn't wanna
natural
touch it.
one.
Mother of
I really
God.
don't want to touch it, but I really want to re-roll that one because I'd really like to be able to do this.
All right, fair
You should
enough.
Probably do that.
Hero
So this
point.
is
Oh wow.
ooh
Feast
nice.
and famine in one go.
The
It
Shemu
is, it is.
36 with him frightened 2 is going to critically succeed. And you wrap your roots around almost like a net encasing this thing.
So I'll crack some of the teeth, maybe do a little bit of damage there,
And that is bludgeoning damage, which it's weak to, so it's going to take the bonus.
and then I'm going to just elbow in with try and smack it one time. Oof, terrible. 14.
So it's okay, it's flat-footed and frightened 2, still not going to have a 14.
He's also not flat-footed. We've been over this.
He's grappled.
Oh right, yeah, that's a different flat-footed.
And then I'm going to lift him up over me and chuck him as far out towards the middle of the room as I can.
Throw him out here. Oh.
You just toss him out into the atrium. It's going to go flying.
I think that's an athletics check, is that not?
It is an athletics check versus his 4 DC.
Yeah.
And it's a -2 because he's bigger than you.
Oh, right. So athletics. So, -2, 28.
28 will toss him. Does not have the attack trait. So 28 will toss him. That'll succeed.
And then he takes 3d6 plus 6 bludgeoning damage. So
Which he is
16
weak to. So he's gonna
bludgeoning
take
damage.
the bonus again.
And
And
then,
he's kind of gonna splatter across the floor.
yeah, that's good. And then I am going to, I guess I'll stay here. Yeah, I will raise my shield.
Alrighty. The mouth in the corner is just gonna kind of roll out, blobbing across all these small children
I wish you wouldn't.
as he makes his way up to the north of the room. And Ara, make me a reflex save first.
Mm-hmm. 0 point. 23.
23, you'll pass. Barkbeard, give me your reflex save.
Okay. Let's see here.
Bye, Barkbeard.
Reflex.
You must die to sustain my
yes.
legend.
I will keep the 16.
So then he's gonna stop here as he absorbs Barkbeard. And as you're pulled right back into another one,
Another one.
you're gonna take 10 more points of piercing damage, stuck inside again. And then it's just gonna lash with one maw down towards Ara for 17,
Woo. Doesn't
and one maw up towards Selwyn for a natural 20.
Oh.
Oof.
Oh no.
So unable to get a hold of Ara as he dives out of the way and rolls past, he is going to bite and rip with his mini jaws for 30 points of
Have
piercing
I-
damage on Selwyn.
Have I acted hostile to this one?
You intimidated him immediately.
Oh, is he the Wait, no. Oh,
Yeah,
well, I
he
guess
was
he's
the
in it.
front.
Okay, then yeah, okay, then I can't play him. Wait.
So he's going to bite you for 30. But that's it.
Oh.
Arbus. Well, you see
I
a
am-
blob go flying out of the room and splat in the middle of the atrium.
I am not so much worried about that
There's an ape trying to beat you to death.
as the Zerg Destroyer has got me in his sights for some reason. I'm not very happy about this. I am going to cautiously kind of dance away from him backwards. And when I get to here, looking back at him and make a quick hand motion, I'm not your enemy, Mr. Batsky. And I'm gonna try to charm him.
Charm him.
Yeah.
Oh, baby. Okay. So,
Yeah.
Zerg, make me a will save. Aramis is putting the moves on you.
I'm so.
Oh, man.
Monkey
He's
hears you.
not
Monkey
happy.
does.
What? I was not expecting that. I'm like, Will's probably his weak one, right?
It is. He's just rolling high.
Damn it.
Zerg, make me a second will save.
Oh, fuck.
19. Will that do it? Am I hero pointing? Because I'll hero point it.
Do you decide if you want a hero point before I tell you if it works or not?
I'm gonna hero point it.
That's fair.
30.
Oh, much better.
30 is much better. So you kind of realize while her spell falls off, it just kind of slops off you. You realize where you are and what you're doing. And you kind of come to grips, come to your senses again, and you're no longer confused. You are still raging though.
Excellent. Good. Then I am going to charge straight in here and bring down a big old monkey fist.
Okay.
Probably scaring the shit out of Selwyn as I charge straight past.
I'm really scared
No,
shit out of
I didn't see the
Barkbeard's
first part.
fists
I'm
appearing.
happy. I'm
We were
reassured of
relatively
anything.
distracted by the mouths over here that we didn't actually see.
That's fair. 20.
20 is just gonna slam down, just kind of grazing some teeth and jaws. Not quite enough to do damage. It's actually really close. Their AC is not that high.
How about a hero point on that? Can I use 2 hero points in a turn?
You can't use hero points, 2 point hero points in a turn. I thought you couldn't, but you can't use 2 hero points on one roll. You can use as many as you want in a turn.
Well, then that's good because I'm gonna do a 28
28
nice.
will definitely catch him.
for 19 bludgeoning damage. as
And
I
again, he is
swing a monkey
weak to bludgeoning, so it's gonna be a little more than that. They're taking some bonus damage from these big old monkey hands, and that brings that was 2 swings. That brings us back to Ara.
Yeah.
All right, Ara takes the shield, just slides it in front of him, reaches back around, produce flame on the one directly in front of him.
Please stop.
That's great.
No.
I gotta get to the page. Sorry. I'm having a hard time navigating stuff now.
You got to get to the point of a spellcaster's life where you just have too many things.
28
28 will
hit?
definitely hit him.
for 18 Bernie.
Alrighty.
Bernie.
18 Bernie. And at the end of the turn, you were going to continue bleeding for 1 more point of damage. Those rolls are poop. That's okay. But the bleeding does stop. Now, which mouther is this? No, this is the one that's in freaking space. Okay, let's do this.
On the Hemlock astronaut program.
Oh my god. Well,
He can only go 20? Is that the problem?
he can only go 10. It's a double move to get to you.
No.
Oh.
It's a pile of eyes and teeth. It's not fast. So he's gonna blorp over to you, just barely with his whole turn, getting in reach for his jaws to scrabble out once for a natural 20. So, but hey, he got there. It took his whole turn. And you are gonna take 28 points of piercing damage as he rips open some bleeding wounds, and you as well. Alrighty, Selwyn.
All right. I'll move here. And this motherfucker is trying to stab my good friend. Maybe a bit delusional with the whole prophecy thing, but that's not a reason. And I'll hit him for a 36.
36 is going to critically hit him. He is not immune to crits.
For 22 damage.
And 22 points of damage. He doesn't get the reaction on account of he's dead.
Hell yeah. I'll give Aramis a big thumbs up.
There's 1 action left.
I'll intimidate this guy.
Yelling at him. The one you haven't intimidated yet.
Yeah, the last one, yeah. The
McReeps.
value 1 action.
McReeps, because I haven't been keeping up with the sub, but I'm keeping up on the YouTubes. Points if you like to the players, but this is just a thank you for the entertainment. Oh. That's so sweet. I appreciate it. I'm gonna give points to the players, because that's definitely enough to be a point to every single one of them.
Oh,
So we'll go ahead and give a +1 to everybody. We can share
Fantastic.
this love, absolutely.
Aw.
Everyone gets a point.
the Stormlord has blessed us this day.
And you get your last
Yeah, also
action there.
blast the evil, right?
So,
Now, I don't think he understands, but I will give him my evil glare.
all right. Right. You're intimidating.
26. Yeah.
26 will get him. Frightened.
Sweet.
And now frightened as he is gonna just go on an adventure. Ah, it's 15. He can't do that. He's just gonna sit here and bite a bunch of times. He's not smart. He's gonna do bitey things. First jaw strike is gonna be up towards Zerg with a 19.
It.
And the second down towards Ara with a 21.
Does not hit. I actually get to block something with a shield.
And the third up towards Zerg for a 21.
It.
Frightened is doing some work. I mean, those are all really low. I'm pretty sure Frightened didn't make a difference, but we can say it did. Barkbeard, you are inside of a blob. So you are grabbed and slowed 1 inside this blob here. But otherwise, you can. What are you doing?
I'm going to, as it is wrapped on me, I will wrap it and try and grab it back. I guess I couldn't really throw anything if I were grabbed.
You could not throw the thing that is eating you, know.
Well, I guess I will step out of it first. I'm gonna try and step away.
You can try and escape.
Get out of its grab. Yeah, just trying to escape. Just
Okay.
blunt
That
my
can-
way out of this
That
thing.
can be your unarmed strike, acrobatics, or athletics.
Okay. 25.
25 will do it. I gotta move him so I can get to you. But you can step out into any adjacent square.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. And then, so
You
if I
have-
was slowed at the
you
beginning,
have
I only
one
have one
action
action left.
As you
Okay.
spend a lot of your focus crawling out of one of this thing's many mouths on the ground next to Zerg. Zerg looking like he's beating a toothpaste tube, and Barkbeard just pops out of one side. You have one action
So
left.
I'll kind of blunt my way out, and as I get out, I will just bring some branches down and try and squash this one a bit. With a 27.
27 will absolutely succeed.
And then for 8 damage, and then oof.
And 8 with the bonus
Oh, with
from
the
their
bonus,
weakness to
right.
bludgeoning is actually going to stop the second one.
But
But
perfect.
there was only
That's mine.
only one left. Arabis.
Still kind of holding my thumb up at Selwyn. I'm going to step up and see that she's bleeding, and I'm going to attempt to administer some first aid.
Okay.
Aw.
Try to stop her bleeding.
I actually forgot to even roll my my bleed at the end. So maybe I'm not even bleeding anymore. Give me a second.
Well,
He's
I'm
dead.
still bleeding. Help me, please.
of course you are. I'm the doctor here, not you.
There.
Yeah. Sorry.
Go ahead and roll me your flat check, Selwyn, and Arabis roll me the medicine check, and if she somehow manages to fail this DC, then your flat check doesn't count, so you can just both roll. I'm almost positive you pass at this. Yeah, you're good.
Hell yeah, no longer bleeding.
Arabis will in fact stop
High
the
five.
bleeding. Zerg Bonefist.
Ah, the Bonefist Betsky. Zerg is pissed. Zerg's
He
pissed.
usually is.
Yeah, he's so pissed. He's in a rage, a big angry ape rage, and big angry ape raging gives you big angry ape fists.
It's true.
And this one is frightened.
23.
23 will easily land.
21 bludgeoning. At a
And
base.
again, he is
Yeah,
weak,
yeah.
so a little extra. Can he beat this to death in one round? You get some lucky
faith
dice,
in you.
perhaps.
I mean, that's kind of like his thing.
If he gets really lucky.
He pulls a crit out. He might do it.
Yeah.
Oh, for a second strike?
Well, I'm saying that was your hit. I mean, we're musing over whether it's possible if you had a 1 round at this thing.
Oh, totally.
Calls his fucking shot, too!
Don't threaten me with a good time.
There's your clip this week. Fuck!
Oh my god!
God,
And
it's
31
really-
damage! 62 plus the weakness? Holy shit!
What's that total?
Zerg's back, bitches.
That's so you do have to hit him with the 3rd, but if you hit him with the 3rd, it's actually all but guaranteed. This one was untouched previously.
Alright, everybody hero point. Everybody hero point.
Yeah, no, I'll hero point that.
Hell
He's
yeah.
in there with the 3rd
There it
hit.
is. Fucking cheers, brother. Wow.
With a
Oh
29
my-
on top.
Oh my god.
God.
Holy
Disgusting.
Shit!
I am sickened.
Oh
god
my
of
god,
damage.
he did it. The absolute madman. Zerg is you in
damage.
this fight by beating the one that was literally at full health to death in a single round. I mean, what the hell did you just do to this mess?
Just
Just incredible.
Ground
nothing
slam
left.
Donkey Kong there.
He's just Hulk.
He's actually
ever
just
tried to
told.
punch jelly and it just kind of, it's just squish, squish, squish. It's gross, really. I don't like it.
Excellent
Zerg
work, team. We were here too.
fucking Betsy. Well, as these manifestations of corruption are defeated, the pool loses much of its purple hue. It's still tinged, it's still off color, but the worst of it, you feel, is over.
I drop my shield and go back to what I was doing. Have not moved.
And as you make progress on this whittling of yours, you can see again the surface of the water start to ripple and wave. More of the color leaching out of it as the pearl white of the moonstone that at the base of this pool starts to shine through. With 2 of these obediences having been completed.
Mr. Zerg,
So when
can you
Yes.
can you move these bodies, Mr. Zerg?
8 form, retracting back, hair normalizing. Yuck. Of course, yes.
They're the on top of them.
We'll move them to. I'll start dragging. You start pointing. Tell me
Just,
where we're
just
going.
pile all of them up with the Zolgas over there.
Just drop all this heap of fleshy garbage on the Zolgaths.
I'll pull out a piece of parchment and a quill and start writing about how Zerg single-handedly took down 4 of those things.
4? I thought it was 6.
You're
Oh,
at accurate
that's
So good with
representations.
counting, but I thought there was possibly 20, but who knows?
I love that everybody in the room at this point is pretty significantly injured except Zerg, who was completely untouched.
Of course.
I can't.
Zerg
Okay.
fucking Batsky.
Zerg also fucks.
I'd also like to note that R did not move.
job.
Daunted and unmovable.
Haunted and unmovable.
So I start writing this down. Committing something to history.
You start writing, documenting the actions that have happened here. As you do, you don't immediately get any sense of a response here. Feel like you're on the right track, but like a step of this obedience is missing.
Alright. I'll start writing about. I'll scratch that and start writing about what's happened at Moonstone Hall.
What are the rest of you doing?
Well, I wasn't finished with my dance yet, and it's customary in the tribe that I was raised in, Mr. Batsky. If you attempt to kill someone, you owe them a dance. So, if you would.
R still whittling.
But I'm not from your tribe.
But I am. I think.
Damn,
Got
aren't
Um,
you?
You got
The
me.
humans?
All right, let's go. What do we do? What is the dance?
How about you, Leshies?
Still carving.
You work on anything, Barkbeard?
can I recall knowledge and see if there's something else that looking around, see if there's a something.
Sure. Give me religion.
I
or
could start
society.
begging Selwyn for money. That's another thing that he was doing. One of the statues from down below.
As you start to think, looking over to bother Selwyn as you always do, with the history of Moonstone Hall, she's committing to writing here. A glow starts to emanate from the pool. The purple having receded entirely, and the water first becoming crystal clear before almost rays of blue light emanate up from its surface, refracting off of the moonstones set in the diadem on Arabis's head as she dances near the pool.
Would I still have the diadem on from the other room?
Do you still have the diadem in the room? You tell. Couldn't tell you that. You tell me that.
I'll keep riding, but I'll grab Arabis's left hand with one arm as I'm riding with the other.
Yeah.
I could put on the diadem from the other room, the broken one.
So as you join hands with Arabis here, to see another vision. This time, as you clear your mind, Arabis, before you can even really start to focus on what it is you want to know, you don't put forth your own thoughts so much as memories from the pool almost jump into your head. This blue glow in the pool growing with faint reflections visible in the waters as everything else kind of fades away. And as you join hands with Arabis, all the rest of you see this as well. You see a group of robed humans kneeling in a sun-drenched atrium beneath stained glass murals protecting the glorious deeds of their god. Moonstone Hall's entryway in its previous glory. Dark splotches form around the images, spreading like ink dropped on a page or into a pool. And as that darkness spreads, the scene changes. This vision of Moonstone Hall, of its prior glory, is replaced by a Trog. A tall, fierce beast with a purple cowl around his shoulders and a hood pulled up. 2 black tentacles extending back from his shoulder blades around almost like extra arms. He stands in the temple's atrium before an audience of his own kind, Lar Zolgath's. And as he calls out, "I speak with the voice of Zev-Gavazeb, and I commit his will. Will you join me in this sacred quest for vengeance?" Stepping forward from the crowd, a Zolgath hefts a maul, a massive mallet, more just a boulder, on the edge of a wooden rough handle that you recognize from the top of the tower. He nods his head down wordlessly as a second female, slender Zolgath with almost stone-like skin steps forward, raising her hand gently to indicate the trogs gathered around here. "We are with you, gone ever hungry." Another voice interrupts. "Why? Why not take the orbs?" The silence falls over the room, and all eyes turn to the creature that spoke. Smaller Trog, hunched, his eyes darting around the room, and he bows deeply to Gorn before he continues. "Zev-Gavazeb commands fury and violence, but life could be better for us here below. Why do we not steal the orbs back and retake our homeland in Vask?" Gorn slices with his hand. "Our holy vault is lost to us now. Most of our people are like you, Vishak. Unimaginative, fallen from the grace of our forebears. You would rebuild a great civilization with your stone tools. Fight House Shrine with your brittle spears? Huh! No. Our destiny is destruction, not creation. We must repay the Sun Drinkers for their ancient crimes. When the orbs are sundered and the isles left barren, Zeph Gavazeb will show us the way. As cheers and murmurs of assent through the massed Zolgaths spread, the scene fades once more to the clear pool of blue water.
I go back to carving.
Well, we have learned quite a bit from this Moonstone Hall, and I feel like we may want to think on it once we've gone back and drunk some more sun, as it may be.
You say there was a slender figure there.
Yeah, so it was also a slender for a trog. They were all trogs.
They're all trogs. Okay. I thought
It's not the fucking cat, not this
for
time.
a second.
The
This
fucking
fucking
cat!
cat!
No. Slender for a trog. Everyone you saw was
Okay, I
trogs.
thought for a second. Ooh, it's a cat. All right, I think we should leave.
Yes, well, I feel like we've done most we can here.
Doug is standing at the edge of this pool, fighting the urge to not jump in after the trogs he's just seen.
They were only there in memories. You will find
I
them
know
somewhere else
it's
now.
not real, but I still need to kill.
Okay, so you know how you need to kill trucks.
Yes.
I have that same urge for one particular cat.
These cats are gross.
Yes. Now, if we can deal with that cat, because we have a lot of incriminating stuff on her. I'm just saying, ooh, we could go right back to killing trucks without being interrupted by that fucking cat ever again.
Whatever kills more trogs, I'm happy. But those,
Okay.
they're not. There's no trogs in the water. Just tell me this.
There's no truck in the water, not currently.
Okay, I just have to
Lot
be sure.
bigger
It's very confusing. They look
things
very.
at stake than trogs and the fucking cat.
Yes.
The trogs are fucking the cat.
What?
Maybe.
Uh,
We don't know that yet.
that,
could be
disgusting.
that is a conspiracy I will buy into.
Sounds right. I finish up my carving. I set it in front of the pool and say, "All right, I'm ready. Let's go."
Right?
Just a
Okay.
little
Sure.
carving of Arbus dancing. It's the
Ah,
pool.
Excellent.
cool.
So the group of you make your way back out, finally, from Moonstone Hall, and up the stone stairs, emerging into the streets of Escadar once more. And, mid-afternoon, around 3:30 p.m. by this point, as you make your way back along the main streets, I'm sure, ready for a fine bed and decent meal back at your circus camp.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's no way. There's nothing has happened while we were going. That never happens.
As you come around the main road out of town, the glade with the valley where you'd first set up comes into view. You see a few of your wagons on fire. Evidence that more had been, but the flames had been put out. A couple of your roustabouts and various performers injured, sat either leaning against wagons or being tended to. And the middle of the grass near the front, clutching a pretty massive great hammer with one hand, with her hand over her injured, with other hand over the injured shoulder, holding it. You see a fairly bloodied Ylva in the front.
What a goddess.
As she looks and sees the group of you coming, Zarg!
Elba! Running straight over there.
Harding.
That's gonna be it for us today.
Oh,
You're a fucking
It's
piece
the
of shit. I'll
fucking
find you.
cat!
Ladies
I'll fucking kill you.
cat!
and
I'll fucking
gentlemen,
kill you.
That's gonna be it for us today.
Oh my
I-
god.
Well, you didn't disappoint.
I did not.
No.
I knew
Oh,
it. I
cliffhanger.
fucking knew
Awesome.
it.
Fuck
There's
yeah.
no way.
Ara just
Wow.
wants to take a nap.
My
Next.
wolves!
Week when we return, everybody, we were in Moonstone Hall for 2 days. And it appears that, well, it's probably the fucking cat. Perhaps the Celestial Menagerie was not happy with their first attempted acts of sabotage. But the vengeance certainly appears to have stepped up here, with charred wood, flames, and injuries abound. We'll put together what happened, and put together what we're gonna do about it. In what may be the only thing that makes Zerg madder than the concept of Trogs being alive. Probably, I don't know.
So actually mad at you right now.
I'm legit concerned myself. I don't know I can wait a fucking week.
Next week, everybody, join us here, same time, same place, 4 p.m. Eastern, this channel, as we head into the final act of our second chapter of the Extinction Curse. Act 4, so aptly titled, Against the Celestial Menagerie.
Yes.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Good to fucking have Zerg back, and what a goddamn return as he just beats the shit out of half the encounters.
Nice. Definitely nice to
What
have
a
him
damn
back.
legend.
It's good to be back.
Can I have your dice?
Costly.